There, throw it up, Yanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
You are now listening to the sounds of
Milkcrates Microphones. You walk into this room at your own risk.
There's something going on here. We've got to take immediate advantage of it.
You're lucky to be here. Thank you, sir. Time is a precious thing. Never waste.
Accept it as a gift.
Not a future that will be, but one that might be.
We was on the road to destruction from the beginning.
Your kind is headed for extinction.
I don't give up. It's over. Everything starts from now.
And we have returned again for another Friday night pod. Another pod of excellence. You know what it is. It's Milkcrates and motherfucking microphone. I am B-Sick Wonder Eye, Mr. Brandon F. Bomb Fried. Had a little glitch there for a second. And with me as always, you know who it is. It's your boy, his boy, their boy, everybody's boy, Soldier's boy, plus the Suicide Boys, and the Hype Boys, and the Beastie Boys, and the Beast Boys.
He's a glitching. He's a clone. He's been cloned. We need to check him. New year, new man. That's what they say. New year, new me. He's new year, new clone. So new year, new me. If you're here with us and I'm here with you, you're here with us like I want to be here. It's a good Friday, and it's a real Friday for us. It's a real Milkcrates Microphones Friday. None of this Thursday throw it down, and I'm glad to be here. And I just want you to know it's going to be a hell of a show with a hell of a guest.
Yeah, we got a returning guest, somebody that we're really, really excited to talk to.
If you know the number, call in too. If you know the number, give us a call tonight.
Yeah, I'll throw the number up on the screen real quick. But once again, we got a returning guest. Very excited. But before we get to him, let's get to the man to the left of me. During this Royal Rumble season, we got to introduce to you the one and the only. He's fighting out of Sacramento, California. He used to be Triple Sig. He used to be Uncle Siggo, and now we know him as the one, the only Sig Justice.
You can't see me. Yo, what is good? I'm feeling fresh. Happy Friday, TGIF, like back in the day, ABC style, Channel 9. You know all those good flicks that you used to watch when you were like 10, 11, 12 maybe?
Yes.
Man, hey. Top 3 TGIF shows.
Step by step.
Go.
Family Matters?
Go. Family Matters.
Family Matters for sure. Step by step. What's up? What is Full House?
There's Matt's name 3. I wanted Sig, but that's cool. We got 3.
Oh, I thought it was Sig. I thought it was a free-for-all.
So, as we talked about earlier, our returning guest is the one and only Afro, All Flows Reach Out. Somebody that we've talked to before. He's got a new project out, so we're excited to talk to him and hear what he's been up to since the last time we talked, and then also talk about some of that new work that he be putting in. Very excited about that conversation. That's going to be coming up here in about 20 minutes.
How long?
20
Okay.
minutes,
Well, why we do that? You know what time it is.
Yeah, so since we got that coming on the quick, near future, let's get into something that we like to do every week, something that's been driving this podcast for over 200 episodes. It's a little segment that we like to call This Week in Motherfucking Hip Hop.
Yeah, the hip, the hop, the hibbit to the hip hop. You don't stop, rock it to the bang bang boogie, jump the boogie to the bang to the boogie to baby. That hip hop. Never gonna stop till it drops.
All right, bro.
That is getting fucking annoying as shit, but
Tell me why. Tell him
we'll
why.
keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. Go
Tell
ahead,
him why.
Matt. Go ahead.
Okay, born August 29th.
Because they keep fucking shutting us down for that stupid bullshit.
I know. We got a new one, though. I gave you the beat already.
Yeah, nah, we don't like that one. We like the OG shit.
Born. Shut us down. Born August 29th, 1997. Makes a man how old?
97. That's
28. 28
Nope,
years
27.
old. 28. He's 25. He's 2025 now.
27, yeah, but he didn't turn, unless his
True,
birthday was in
true,
the last 13 days, he's 27.
James Afro Gutierrez
Ooh.
is an American rapper,
Ooh.
actor, and writer.
Ooh.
This man right here has been on VH1. He's been on Gracious
We're
in all
going
kinds
full
of movies.
Afro tonight, huh?
I'm going full Afro. And if you haven't, if you're not there with him, you might be missing out. He was
Hell
just in a
yeah.
movie in 2022 called Bitch Ass, and it's actually a pretty wild movie. You must check it out. Afro has got great fucking albums coming out, great lengths of music and things that he's just dropped. And tonight he's dropped a track tonight, January 17th, 2025. My Mind is My Biggest Gun.
We're playing that.
Let's go. For This Week in Hip Hop. It's this week. It's one song.
All right.
Is it his?
I think this might be the very first time we've ever done This Week in Hip Hop, and it actually happened this
tonight.
week.
That's the only reason why. I had a different one in mind, but he dropped it tonight on Spotify, January 17th, right now. So it just got dropped 5 minutes ago. I just got the what do you call it?
I thought you were referring to the one they dropped another one that he produced only.
I don't know.
With Motion Plus.
I just got the. That's funny that we were doing this because I just got the notification when I opened my Spotify.
That's dope.
And it said that he just dropped a new song because it knows I've been listening to his shit lately, the last couple of days, so it knows. So it's like, okay.
It's not even on.
Can I give you something to plug it into?
Yet. What's it called?
My mind is my biggest gun. Can you find it, Siggy? I haven't even heard it yet, so it's going to be This Week in Hip Hop and pretty much a new, like a brand new listen along. We'll give it we'll cut this in as a listen along too.
It's a compilation.
Yep. With Chrome Waves,
Chrome Waves and
Aristotle.
Yep. Aristotle.
Yep. Turn it up.
MC's trying to go.
You guys want to watch the video?
Yeah, you got it. Put it on.
Let's go video.
Let's do it.
I think this is a feat. Afro, but hey, this is some Afro, brand new.
It's on his page for Spotify, brand new.
Chrome Waves,
Let's go.
Afro, and Aristotle. Hey, that's a dope name.
1 day ago it says for this on Spotify. What is this?
Shout out to All Flows, Reach Out.
Hell yeah,
definitely one of my favorite rappers. One of my favorite MCs.
My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it.
Good deal.
MC's trying to step up. My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it. My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it.
One time, yo.
My mind, my mind.
Smart like the opposite of dumb foe. Park my deposit from the envelope. Sharper than the drum roll. Occupant of fun flows. Drop a cinder block up on a nigga talking often till they figure out that sun crow. The sun, moon, and stars. When I run through the yard, why they stay untrue to all. Namaste. Through the punk, through the drywall. Who am I, y'all? Do or die apart. You define the cause with the perfect verse while I work to unify the art. With the purpose of my utilized heart. Nervous system that I move to find a charge. My confidants calmly kill it on the mic. No copper but platinum, we come to conquer on the flight. 42,000 feet, surely you sound asleep. Buddha the pound of Jeep, but truly you foul to me. The rhyme I pick upon, you bound and connected. My mind is my biggest gun out here, check it.
So hard.
Super dope, man.
Great delivery as usual.
You think that J is silent and it's still Aristotle?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Aristotle.
You know what I'm saying?
Aristotle.
You can't be stealing Aristotle name like that.
My mind is my biggest gun out here.
Aristotle.
I stay living on the next level, training where the air is thin. Breakdance on a blunt so my head can spin. Made a cheat code, G-code, decode the matrix. Time to reload, cause I need gold to save you. Need a group to be stars, you constellations. Trying to give you space to shine, but running out of patience. Universal mind, infinite creations. I gotta slow it down, please hand me my libations. Need a plan, I control the scheme. Manifest reality, life is all my lucid dream. Spike Lee and Nike told me do the thing. So abracadabra, here we go, bada boodle, bada bing. See, when it's not a moment, it's a sinner's atonement. Future vision taught me how to take a moment and own it. Abundant before I can spell it. Witchcraft, yeah, I got a sick laugh, cause I'm dropping gems on your bitch ass.
MC's trying to step up. My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it. My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it.
Intense like a pissed off Mako shot. Rip them apart, I say so. Embrace the flow with no farce. And I falsify is my main code. When I aim for the heart to be metaphorically speaking. What I contain in the art is a portion of pins bleeding. But I get triggered by these ignorant minds. I pick up any hiccup with the refinement. Keeping alignment, any rhythm in my blood, a vessel that connected my brain up on a pedal. Any part of me rebel and push it with the metal shining. I'm Fro.
So fucking
waves.
hard.
Yeah.
She's trying to step up.
Yeah.
Woo! Shit's clean as fuck.
My mind is my biggest gun out here. Check it.
That was This Week in Hip Hop. Afro.
Hell yeah.
My mind is my biggest gun.
That's so dope.
MC's trying to step up.
Beat was dope as fuck. Everything was hard. I double stamped that shit. That shit hard.
This week in motherfucking
Shout out to Fro. I mean, that was a dope beat too, though.
Yeah, hell yeah, everything was dope. I can't miss. They didn't miss.
Hell yeah,
they didn't miss at all.
Chrome Waves coming out of Bristol, United Kingdom.
Is it one person or multiple people?
Well, you know, it sounds like Chrome Waves is the name of the album. It's a lo-fi hip-hop vaporwave project. It's the brainchild of seasoned producer Zach Vortex. We'll have to ask Afro a little more about that, though.
Yeah, that'd be nice to talk to him about that.
Okay.
That shit's off the hook, though. I'll give you that. The beat, the fucking everything. He's killing it.
It goes on to say Chrome Waves is a songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer.
It's easy to say that Afro keeps hip-hop alive the way he sounds. I mean, he's so, like, classic sound. He has that good sound that you're searching for.
And that's one of the young cats that, like,
he embodies that old classics.
We talked about that with him before, too.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So it's like...
Only 29, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
you're right. Born in 1997.
I just want to give a shout out before we go any further on birthdays while we're here. Jim Carrey today, January 17th, 62.
63, I believe.
62, 63. I think I might be off by one, but today's his birthday, and give respect to the man, the legend. Favorite Jim Carrey movie off the top of the head, Shotgun Go, boom.
Dumb and Dumber.
Ace Ventura. But I love Cable Guy more than ever.
Truman Show, but mine's The Mask. I like The Mask, but Truman Show.
Mask is good.
Mask is good.
Do you remember when Taco Bell was running The Mask? Like little toys and
Yo
stuff?
Quiero Taco Bell. There we and got the dog had the mask on.
Hell yeah, that Taco Bell dog went hard too, that Chihuahua.
Shout out to old Jimmy out there. You know.
Steve Harvey turned 68 today.
Nice. Very good. He's still doing Family Feud? I think so,
right?
Right? Yeah, I think so.
As far as I know. Kid Rock turned 54. Zoe Deschanel turns 45. I also saw, not today, but a couple days ago, Slick Rick just turned big 60.
Big 60. Wow. Slick Rick. Big 60. Wow.
That's a big milestone.
Hip-hop aging.
You know, I watched him recently on the New Year's Eve special. I mean, he just came out and did Children's Story, of course.
Oh, and of course, you have to.
But, I mean, just still super smooth on the mic, man. That's one guy I have not seen live that I really want to see live. He comes around Sacramento.
Before we go any further, tell me about the fires, man. How do you feel about that?
Whew. Yeah, let's first of all, T's and P's to the people down in Southern California.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken that we're not.
The LA area's been heavily affected by wildfires and fire that's ripping through neighborhoods and communities and just tearing down people's lives entirely.
Countless homes lost.
And there's a lot of people from that area that we are friends with through the podcast and fans of, and you know what I mean, like a lot of history down in Southern California, from movies to music to art in general.
There's life down there.
A lot of history is down in Southern California that's being actively erased as we speak.
Just a lot of people.
Is it conspiracy theory? Is it what they're saying? Is there going to be a new smart home track down there? Is it all going to happen?
There's so many conspiracies out about it.
I think right now is not the time. I don't think.
Let me ask
I'm a big conspiracy theorist, and I'm always about a good conspiracy. I can't say I'm a big conspiracy, but I'm all about a good conspiracy. You know what I'm saying?
Conspiracies aside,
but listen.
Yeah.
Now is not the time for conspiracies right now. Right now is the time for T's and P's and prayers and a lot of other things. And then once the dust settles and we can look back on it, then we can it's like when 9/11 happened. You didn't hear about like inside job shit the day after 9/11 because we were too busy grieving and like rallying the troops. Like,
knew that was
yo,
a thing
fuck
at the
them
time.
motherfuckers. No, there's probably some people that were doing that type of thing. But
I'm sure they're out there. Yeah,
you didn't.
Schmavid smoke them.
You're not coming. You're not coming out
but
the day after a national tragedy like that and trying to twist up some story or I just think that when the dust settles, then we'll be able to look. Give me what you think.
Give me your take on it.
When the dust settles, when we look back on it, then we can get my take.
What's your take,
I just want to say, conspiracies aside, California in general was not ready to fight the fires.
Laser beams?
They weren't ready to come. There was no water in the fire hydrants, which is
fake fire hydrants. I heard there was fake fire hydrants,
and then a lack of equipment and personnel.
Fire hydrants that were just in the neighborhood that were just knocked over. There was no plumbing to them.
It shows you this. It's always good to be prepared, at least yourself as much as you can, and just as a city, whoever's in the mayor, or whoever's in charge of that city needs to be prepared because you never know what's going to happen.
Laser beams.
That's just horrible.
Same as Hawaii, laser beams.
I saw also.
Come on.
I've heard.
We'll just talk. We're talking as gentlemen.
No, that's what we're talking about. We can't do this yet. I just
It's
literally
what the
just said
podcast
that.
is about.
Yeah, I know, and we will do that. We'll have a whole pod. We can do a whole podcast on
Yes,
that
man.
in 2 to 3 months when the dust settles. But
All
people
right.
are actively dying.
You're correct. You're correct.
People
You're correct.
are burning in
You're
a
a good
fire
man.
right
You're a
now.
good man.
We don't even
We are
know-
not going to sit here and speculate on anything, but just say T's and P's.
Yep.
We're sorry.
Yep, we
like
are.
I wish,
We are.
and
We
we're
are.
sending. I'm sending. I've donated. Send your donations down and help
We're
these.
down there.
It's tough. I know. From an outsider looking in, and you're looking at California, and you're going, Southern California, those are the richest people in the world. Why are we sending donations to them?
Yeah.
Exactly.
A
Not
lot
all
of
of
them
them
are not.
You're seeing a lot of people, a lot of the lower class citizens that have lived in these houses for 60, 70 years. And so the reason they're able to keep these homes is because their whole family has had this house passed down from generation to generation. And once that house burns, the cost to rebuild it is so much more than what they have invested into it, because they're pretty much paid off on this house. They don't have any debt on the houses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Now to rebuild and sell that house.
You're a good guy. Laser beams it is. You're a good man.
Yo,
Laser beams
it
it
just
is.
looks
You're
like
a
an-
good man.
it
We're
looks-
going to cut it down right there. You're a good guy. You're working
Whatever.
for the man.
It
This
looks-
guy's sponsored tonight. Give him his sponsorship. Laser beams it is.
You look at the pictures; it just looks like an apocalypse. That is
Yeah,
happening
everything's
out there.
been burned. It's crazy.
One of my favorite hip hop producers of all time, Madlib. His whole house is gone. Just burned up.
I couldn't
There's
imagine. What would you grab? Real quick. Your house on fire. What's 2 things?
Done this so many
Three
times.
things. What are you grabbing right now?
Well,
Three only. Three.
When I lived in San Diego, there was fires going on there, and we could watch them coming down the hills. Not
What are you
nearly as
grabbing right
bad
now?
as here.
Your house right now. What are you grabbing?
We grabbed just
Three things.
pictures, but that's now they're on your phone.
Go. 3 things in the house right now.
3 things. I'm grabbing my dad's ashes.
That doesn't count though, does it?
Why?
I mean, Larry always rides, right? I mean, when things go bad, come on, that's gonna be a given.
You grab him. You
all
grab
right,
your dad's
He's on the list.
ashes.
He's on the list. Okay.
That might be just, and maybe some clothes.
Birth certificates.
Some clothes.
You got to have ID, Social Security. You got a Social
That
Security
stuff's
cards.
in a burn safe, in a safe that's
Well,
fucking
you grab
fireproof.
It then. You grab that though, right?
Why? It's in a fireproof safe.
Because someone will come. Weirdos will come when the
can
house
that-
burns. Weirdos come.
How much fire can
Have you
that
been watching? Have you been watching some of the videos of these fools that have gun safes and shit? And they're coming back to their house. Their house is completely burnt down, and they open up their safe, and their guns are just chilling. Perfectly
Okay,
fine.
Nice.
I was gonna
And
ask.
there was one where a lady went to her outdoor patio kitchen and had an outdoor fridge, and they're like, let's see, we're thirsty, is there any drinks? And they opened up the fridge, and
Fridge
fucking
was
all
good.
the drinks were chilling in there.
Nice.
Now
Fridges were blue on.
I did calm calm down with that shit.
Fridges were blue on. Like blue fridges.
I did comment on that. I was like, yeah, those sodas have been fucking heated to a perfect temperature of 900 degrees.
Yep,
You know what I mean? In that silver or stainless steel refrigerator,
baby blue,
it's just
baby
bacon.
Blue, stainless baby blue
Here's
refrigerator.
the thing. You type in how much fire can a fireproof safe handle.
How much wood could a woodchuck or what?
Well, each safe's different, obviously, so not all of them are going to withstand as much of the fire. And it says usually within 30 minutes or an hour of a time that it could withstand this amount of fire. So if you're not getting it out within an hour, that thing might be burning up.
Yeah.
Well,
everything melts, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I've just literally told you stories where I've watched with my own eyes people walking into a house that's burnt to the complete ground, and the safe is
They
still
probably had
there.
top-notch
Blue safe.
Top notch.
Well, the fridge was just an outdoor fridge,
Yeah.
and there's sodas in it still. So
Pretty sick, I must say.
Or I saw a video of this fool that was sitting in his garage, and his cars and everything were burning, and he fucking reaches in his fridge and grabs a fucking beer, and he pops it. He goes, and he's speaking Spanish. He's like, "Fuck, it's soda, it's soda."
Mr. George, I guess I
I
don't
was just
care.
like, God, dude, like, what do you do in that moment?
You see
when
the
you're
one with the
watching-
guy that had all the collector's cars, and he's like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to let them go, and he's out there just hosing and hosing and
No,
hosing
did you
and
see what
hosing.
ended up happening? He's like, I'm not gonna. He waited too long, and then fucking by the time he opened everything up, and he's like, fucking the streets were on fire. He's
He lost everything still?
He's like, I can't make it out of here.
Good God.
A man broke into Kid Cudi's house in L.A.
From the fires?
See, they don't go into detail. Maybe
No, I mean, is it 'cause
maybe he
they had
lost
to
some.
vacate? They had
We
to
don't
vacate?
know. We don't know.
I would imagine that's
There
what it
are
is.
people starting fires. Did you know that?
He came in, had a couple sandwiches, took a shit, a shower, and then he got caught. Now here's the question.
Did he not
Here's the
flush?
question.
Did he not flush?
Here's the question.
How do you
Hold
know
on.
he
How
took a
did
shit?
yes? How
Get
did
this.
the police know that he took a shit?
Because he didn't flush.
He blew
There's
it.
probably cameras. There's probably cameras in Kid Cudi's house. Probably
Now that's
cameras.
just dirty.
But get this though,
Yeah.
they want you to unlock your doors.
Cameras
They're
in the
saying
bathroom?
they
Come
want you
on.
to unlock your doors so the firefighters can come in and put fires out in case parts of your house are on fire. So this guy I watched, Van Niacet and Casey Niacet. So Van,
is this for insurance purposes?
I don't know. I watched him today though, and a video of him. He is down at his house, and he goes down to check it. Van Niacet, and then he goes down there, and they won't let him get to the roads because everything's blocked off, you know. But when he did, he had to go through the back dirt roads. He has a dirt bike and shit, and he literally every exit to his house or every type of transit road to his house was blocked by fire chiefs and fire departments, you know.
Yeah.
So he had to trail bike it through the hills, got to his house, grabbed everything he needed, birth certificates, fucking cash, anything that was kind of small valuables that he could take that they truly need, laptops, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then he unlocked all of his houses, unlocked the front door, back door, side doors, everything. So when the fire department comes and if there is a fire at his house, they can walk in and put down and out in certain areas.
And he has cameras in his bathroom?
He has cameras all through his house. What I'm saying is they're making, I guess they're telling people to do that when they vacate, leave your house unlocked. So, but I mean, that makes it dangerous, don't you think? If there are weirdos that are still getting in that neighborhood.
Well, they're also saying if you have to leave your car, leave the keys in the car so they can move it just in case.
Crazy.
I mean, things like that. You would, your ego wouldn't want you to leave those keys, right?
That's like saying people in LA, their cars or San Francisco, your house getting or your car's getting broken into every night. They're breaking your window for your jacket. Just leave your car unlocked instead. It's like, well, that's bullshit.
Right.
That's bullshit. Why do I got to do that for the? You know what I mean?
Hey man, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is silly, but
moving on. What's going on?
Well,
with you?
I saw that also.
What do you got?
Drake sued his own record label. Now, did you see this?
I saw he was suing Kendrick for defamation for calling him a pedophile.
He's suing for defamation, but he's suing his own record label for it.
For what does that have to do with that?
Yeah. Why is he suing his own record label?
For not punching his music out harder?
Yeah, I don't know why he's suing his.
I mean, was his song even close to being as punchable as that other full song was? I mean, he made a lot of punch habit songs towards him. I mean, Drake didn't make any punch happy songs.
He's battling his own record label over a song that is the linchpin of now legendary hip hop feud. He's suing Universal Music. Are they
people are using linchpin as like an actual thing now?
Is Lamar signed to Universal? Is that why as well? So apparently, they're saying Drake's son is getting bullied in school.
For what?
For the song "Not Like Us." I don't know. I guess the teachers rap it to him during class.
They not like us. That's fucked up.
He's had to move his son and his mother out of Toronto.
What do you expect? I mean, there's worse things to be bullied for. I mean, they could have saw your dad on the internet doing fucking foul shit. You know what I mean? Like people's kids go to school every day with your mom's got OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's worse things to be bullied for than they're not like us.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, what's the world coming to nowadays? How do you stand on that?
Apparently, this song is ruining Drake's life.
Adonis's or Drake's?
Well, both.
Jeez
allegedly.
Louise, where do you stand on that? Do you care? Do you even care?
Nah, I think he's saying it too far.
Do you care though?
Do I care? I mean, it's hip hop news. I like to keep up.
No,
with that.
not like that. Not like that. I mean, do you care? As in, like, does it hurt your heart? Like, or do you be like, come on, move on, man? It's just a song, kid.
I mean, move on. I mean, Tupac and Biggie had
real
beef.
Real beef.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
True beef.
Yeah, real stuff.
I mean, rap beef is rap beef, right?
Yeah. I don't sue for defamation. No. You keep it real. Yeah. Are you doing what I think you're doing? Because I'm going to keep it moving. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, I remember when Jurassic Park came out. 1994. It was a good time, you know. I remember
It was 93, but
all nines, baby, all nines for legal help.
I remember 93.
93. It was a good movie. I remember we went to the theater to go see it. Baddest part, though, I must say, though, when homie with the water, when it vibrates, and then when homie's fucking turn the fucking light out. Why would homie leave the flashlight on? Because I had to come something. He left me stranded. I had to come somewhere hot with the fire. He walks away, though. He tells me how he feels. How do you feel about those AI robots, though, coming to your neighborhood? Coming to be with you like iRobot. Would you pick one up as like a noble helper in the house?
Nah.
Because you're afraid that, I mean, they're saying they're sleeping with people's fucking wives now. You'd be fucking the robots.
I told you that.
Crazy.
What did I say?
Crazy.
First they fuck your wife, then they steal your skin.
They steal your skin, they start wearing it. You start looking like the guy from fucking Men in Black 1. See?
That's cool.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't fucking with AI robots. I can fold my own laundry. I can do simple, because it's like simple tasks.
Yeah, but when you get older, though, aren't you going to want him to chop your wood or whatever, something random?
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Not only that, though, but I mean, like, get your groceries and shit.
I mean, yeah.
Choppy.
Is he there?
BP.
Is he there? There's something there.
Yeah, we got
I'll take a leak. I'll be right back.
We got it.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
I think you.
Okay, dope. I'm just checking everything, making sure everything's
for
good.
sure.
Oh,
the
there he
audio
is
good.
The man returns.
Yo.
How you doing, brother?
I got my microphone this time just in case it helps a little bit with the quality on my end.
You sound great. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. We'll get this thing going in a second.
Yeah, take your time. I'm chilling tonight, so take your time.
Yeah, man. TGIF to you. Happy Friday. Did you ever watch the TGIF? I mean, there was those 4 shows that they played on ABC every Friday. Are you too young for that?
Probably. What years are you thinking? What time?
What is this TGIF? I mean, this has to be the late 90s, at least. Yeah.
Okay, I'm 97, so probably.
Yeah, you're born in. I guess you're born in. 97. So probably not. Family Matters used to be on there. Boy Meets World, Step by Step, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I mean, some of the.
I love all that stuff. Fella, Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah. So I'm young, but I am I do know a bunch of old stuff, like old soul.
We were saying that. But, you're 29, but like
an old soul.
An old soul at 29.
To be honest, I just want to tell you right off the bat, dude, your new shit that just came out on Spotify, fire. I was just bumping into it for This Week in Hip Hop. And I'm just like, man, dude, that fucking verse you're dropping right off the bat from My Mind Is My Biggest Gun is fucking crazy.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I'm not playing, bro, right off the bat. And then on top of that, Happy New Year, man, right off the bat. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming. Happy New Year.
All right, let's get this thing started. We're good to go. All right, joining us once again, a returning guest, someone that has been here before. We had a great conversation with him. He's back again with some new music and a new project. We're very excited to have him back on. Give it up for the one and only Afro.
Hell yeah.
Yo, peace, fellas.
Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us again tonight. We're going to hang out, have a good time. You know how the drill goes over here.
Yo,
yeah, no doubt. Thank you guys for having me, bro.
Yo, Afro, we know you're in SoCal, but you're nowhere near like the fires that have been going on, correct? Have they affected you at all, or your family, or any?
We're thank goodness we're okay, but we live out. There's 2 fires. We're 22 miles away from the Palisades fire.
Okay.
And we're about 14 miles away from the other one.
So you're definitely seeing the smoke.
You're
and
super close.
Feeling the.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. We were just talking about that, and it's such a horrible tragedy, and it's crazy because it's one of those things that they've been talking about. It's been gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and then when it does happen, it's always such a fucking shock. Still, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I got some family out by Pasadena where one of the fires is going on, and their house is good, thank goodness. But I know 1 or 2 people that houses got burnt down, so it's pretty messed up.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Well, and then there's the shitheads that are going around on the street starting fires and shit. Like
that too.
Making it 10 times fucking
vandalism,
worse.
Break-ins, all that good stuff. Once people get told to be leaving their houses, you got break-ins. It's horrible.
I was saying one of my favorite hip-hop producers of all time, Madlib's house is gone, and his whole record collection. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, that's horrible.
That's what we were just talking about was people. There's history actively being erased right now.
Oh yeah,
and there's so much of it in that area because it's been such a contributor to the art scene, to the movie scene, obviously, to the music scene. There's so much that is down there that's being erased right now. It's fucking insane. It's sad.
During this time, what have you been doing? What have you been up to? I mean, what have you been keeping yourself busy with, trying to keep your mind occupied from all this?
All the same, honestly. On my end, I'm pretty much making music, I would say 85 to 90% of the time. So I'm just pretty much staying in that mode and staying focused on the on the projects.
On the positive things.
Yo, I played the whole Posse Cut 3 earlier. I mean, super dope, man. I mean, congratulations to that. Putting that together, 80 different MCs.
Jeez,
that's insane.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I mean,
Posse Cut 1 started out with 36 MCs. Then part 2 was 55. Now you're moving to 80. I mean,
how high can you go? What's the number? What's the number stopper here? What's the number stopper for you?
Well, the most that I understand, rest in peace, K Slay. He did. I want to say the most that's ever been done is 200.
Whoa, jeez.
And 80's the most that I will ever go. Okay. It was a lot of work. So I'm like, yo, I can't imagine putting together like 100 or 200 MCs. Like my brain would probably explode.
When you do something like that and you give people kind of an allotted time or like this many bars, are people pretty respectful of that, or are they coming in a little bit over it and you're like, hey, you need to cut it a little?
Honestly, I didn't have too much of that at all. I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 MCs, and it wasn't even that bad. I was just like, yo, can you maybe I hate being PC. I usually let anybody fly and say whatever they want.
Yeah.
But there's certain words that some of the MCs can say that can mess with the keywords on my YouTube channel, and YouTube can crack down on certain words, and I hate that. But that's why I'm like, yo, you might have to take that out because YouTube cracks down on me quite a bit, and that's mainly why. If it wasn't for that, I would have let anybody say what they want.
It's a business. It's a business decision. It's not a personal choice.
Right. And I'm pretty easygoing when it I had almost no resistance. Everybody was really nice, respectful. Everybody was down to jump on board, and this one I was treating the biggest because 80's definitely the most I'm gonna do.
It's a lot.
And I wanted it to be the biggest one for a part 3 or for the ending of a trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm still deciding because the original plan was to make it a franchise, like a part 4, part 5, part 10. But if I do end up sticking with that plan, each Posse Cut's going to be about like 20, 15, a little bit lower in the numbers.
Yeah. Well, and if you do that many more, you're giving the opportunity for more chances to get on it, as opposed to so you could do less MCs on each one and be like, hey, I got you on the next one, I got you on the next one, as opposed to just like, hey, smash it. But I am a fan of trilogies, you know what I'm saying? Like Back to the Future trilogy is a lot better than 10 Fast to the Futures. Or Fast and Furious, I mean.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
I don't know how many artists from different countries were involved on that Posse Cut, but at least 9 from what I counted. But shout out to everyone from all the different countries. I mean, Flotrix and Eddie from India, and Truth 0470 from Germany, Insidious and Duckus from Australia. I mean, just some that stood out to me, and I had to jot down because their verses were
those
dope,
accents.
You know?
The accents stick out so crazy, huh? It's got to be insane.
Hip hop is worldwide, man.
It's nuts.
That was the main goal for part 3. Was I wanted a little bit more, I would say diversity, but I wanted a couple more countries in there. I want a couple more languages. I wanted a couple more female MCs in there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make it more well-rounded. When I was thinking back on part 1 and 2, I'm like, I got a little bit of that, but for part 3, I wanted to make it more bigger in that case too.
Yeah. Dude, talk about a little bit of the evolution of your production journey. Because, I mean, you're now getting heavily involved in, I mean, you've been producing for a long while, but I feel like you're producing more now than ever, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of different MCs projects. You've released a couple more beat projects since we talked to you last. I mean, talk a little bit about the evolution, and do you think you've grown in producing and just kind of honing that skill more?
Yeah, it's been a trip because the first beat that I made, I remember I was 15 and I thought it was trash. I'm like, I'm never making a beat ever again. I threw in the towel right there. But honestly, working with my favorite producer, DJ Premier, it was like I was more than grateful to be there as an MC, first of all, but seeing him go to work, putting the drums down, us listening to the sample together, him just arranging everything like a composer. I was astonished. I'm like, I want to do that, but in my own way and flavor. It's just I definitely got the beat bug. I got bit by the beat bug
for sure. I mean,
right then and there. And publicly, my beats have been a little bit more getting more a bit out there. I want to say in the past 3 years or so.
It's like an obsessive thing, I could imagine. How long does it take you to really be satisfied when you're making something? Like, do you work on a beat for a couple days, a few days, or will you work on one for a few days and scrap it? Like, how's that process work for you?
Honestly, I just go with the feeling of it, and there are a lot of times, especially when I'm crafting a beat, there's some times where I'm like, it's almost there, I'm gonna push it to the side and come back to it.
Okay.
And I treat those like I call them skeletons, but I try to put as much meat on the skeleton as possible
push it to the side, make a couple more, and then just keep going back to each one and see if I can beef them up somehow with some bass or an extra snare, little things like that.
Yeah, don't over drag yourself into one and get side blasted by it. Kind of work your way out of it. Yeah, I get it.
But I'm also really OCD too in a lot of cases. So I just like to bounce back and forth. I have so many ideas sometimes at once that I try to pace myself and just knock them out one at a time, even if I have 5 ideas going on in my head.
I could see how beats could be obsessive compulsive for sure. It's got to be super hard and very, very strategic.
Well, and you have to be super organized as well. You have to be organizing everything so clean. So yeah, I can see that.
It's got to be very hard.
Is scratching something that you think has become self-taught for you, or do you have someone that's kind of taught you the ropes for scratching, or do you kind of just dabble with it and get better and learn the ropes as you go?
Yeah, for a majority of the time, it was really me just going by ear and listening to my favorite guys, my favorite DJs, and listening to their scratch patterns. And it's something I'm definitely still learning as far as lacing down the scratches, but getting that feeling and the rhythm off of it was definitely a big, like my guys like Primo, Rock Rada, Q-Bert, just guys, just the masters at it. I would just sit all day and watch like Scribble Jam DJ battles and stuff like that, just to soak in the culture. And definitely, it's a lot of fun. It's something I'm definitely just picking up and learning more as I go along as well.
I feel like it's becoming a little bit of a forgotten art and a lost art. Not as many producers are incorporating scratching. There's still some that are keeping it real, but you don't hear it as often.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Scratch hooks. I don't hear them as much as I used to, for sure.
Yeah.
And I love scratch hooks.
Oh, those, beautiful.
Yeah, MCs. I love hooks as well, but I guess MCs can also realize that a scratch hook fills in your song just as well also. So that's definitely a great option for you.
Yeah, and it's always cool to hear like a sample scratched over a hook where you're like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense for this song. You know what I mean? Like it ties in so good.
Is it easier to do it nowadays, you feel like? Honestly, like getting into the game, like for someone who's never really been that way, is electronics making it easier, or is it still just as hard, you feel like?
I would say it's making it a bit easier, but the genuine, that flavor that our guys that we grew up listening to, I don't feel as much. Like a lot of people are definitely scratching, and there's some ill ones out there, but I also feel there's some other guys who are, it's easy for them to pick up like a more simple electronic kind of thing and kind of dabble with it and call themselves a DJ.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say sorry to interrupt you, but the hip hop like DJs I think are getting more faded out, but like DJing still like a big deal in like electronic or house or whatever the fuck, because I see them scratching and shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh my bad.
No. The house shit though is more CD scratching. It looks like though, right? When they have the little, is that the same thing? Really?
The
record
CDJs,
scratching? Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing? Would that be the same territory as a?
I would say so, because I have my guy Super Brown Bum. He DJs a lot for me, and he can rock over Techniques also on turntables, but he likes the CDJs for some reason, and he still brings that flavor that he would have on the Techniques to that CDJ. So I also think it's also the person behind it too, or the person, the skills behind the person. If you're able to like rock with little electronic things, you can tell when somebody's really like, oh shit, they're like a genius at it, or they're a master
on
at
a CDJ and rocking the regular 2 turntables Techniques or whatnot. Can you tell the difference if someone does it well enough, or are they both interchangeable?
If I close my eyes, I'm not like a super like sound like wizard, but if I close my eyes and I just heard somebody rock like a dope, let's say if Q-Bert scratched on some CDJs and then I heard him scratch on Techniques right after and he's still killing it, I wouldn't hear too much of a big difference if somebody so skillful like that is killing it.
Yeah, that's good. I was just wondering. That sounds amazing to know though, because I wouldn't know the difference, to tell you the truth. They sound the same.
I always tell because I was in this boat too. I remember being 18 and going to a lot of studios and paying for studio time. And I always tell MCs that are coming up, try to save some bread on the side and try to get your own equipment. Try to get like a microphone, start recording yourself. And you'll start to get to know the difference between what to get, like what electronics and what to get, what fits for you. And the main thing is it's the person behind the tools. So one person can have the flyest equipment in the world, but if he doesn't know how to use it, it's pretty useless. And then the most talented guy in the world can use some of the more junky equipment and can make it fly. So that's how I kind of look at it too.
Yeah, it's definitely the user, right? In most cases.
In most cases, yeah.
It's the user.
Yeah.
You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, you and Stu Bangas dropped an excellent collaboration album, The Bad and the Ugly, less than 3 months ago. It came out on Halloween Day. I mean, I'm a big fan of Stu Bangas. I loved, rest in peace, Chino XL. Loved the God's Carpenter album that they did together. I mean, great album that they had. So sad that he passed not too long after it was released. How did this collaboration come about with you and Stu Bangas? Did you know him from a while back? Have you guys worked previously together?
Me and Stu, I was trying to work with Stu for a couple years now, and we finally clicked last year. And we reached out to each other, and I'm like, yo, Stu, let's get a song or let's get something, let's work. And he was immediately down. He's like, yo, I've been trying to work with you too. Hell yeah. And we just had this really great chemistry right off the bat.
Truly.
And just hit it right off. He's just a really great dude. And his style was exactly what I was looking for, especially around that time. I was like, I need something grimy. I need something for the fans who love me for the Afro Doom side, the more grimier kind of basement sounding kind of feel.
Yeah.
And I love that style. I love that style. And the one guy I could immediately think of was Stu Bangas. I think his beats are just hit extremely hard. He's in my top 5 of like modern, I wouldn't say modern, but producers who have been doing it in the past like 10 or 15 years or so plus. I would say Stu's at the top of that for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
being able to work, we made 1 or 2 tracks. The original plan, I believe, was an EP, and the more we kept working, I'm like, yo, do you want to do an album? And he was with it. He's like, let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And it just turned out exactly how I wanted, and just really, it was really, really cool to work with them. It's somebody I wanted to work with for a while.
What was the idea behind the name of the whole album? And the artwork is fucking so wild on the cover. It's sick. You behind the pistol, him behind, it's just fucking, it's awesome. It's got that whole good, the bad, the ugly feel. I mean, like, where'd that all come from?
That's got to be from the Clint Eastwood movie.
Obviously, it's Clint Eastwood.
Is that not?
Obviously, it's the Clint Eastwood. But what gave you that tip? You know what I mean? Like, let's roll this way with it, Obviously, it's a good, obviously, it's Clint Eastwood. But what gave you that, like, let's run with that?
And are you a Western fan?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Are you a cowboy, old school Western?
I'm a big Western guy. I would say I love Good, Bad, and Ugly, Fistful of Dollars. I love the No Man trilogy.
There you go.
I love Sergio Leone. I love Ennio Morricone as a composer. I'm a big Western guy. I love
spaghetti Western guy. I would have never
Magnificent Seven, the original. So I have to give the credit to Stu. Stu was the one that had said, hey, what do you think about The Bad and the Ugly? And I'm like, that sounds fire. I'd love that. I like it. And it was cool is that I'm such a movie nerd. I didn't know that he was a pretty big movie nerd himself. And I think that was a big reason why we clicked as well. Like our chemistry hit off. And
Bring Your Best Army's been on repeat for me. Just heads up. That shit's fire,
thank
bro.
you guys, man.
For sure. That shit's fire as fuck.
What's it like as somebody that, I mean, I'm not going to call you an inspiring producer because you already are a producer, but getting to work with somebody that you look up to like Stu Bangas, that is, you can kind of, do you sit back and like, not take notes, but like just be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can use that or integrate that into my style.
Oh, absolutely. Every time I'm like, Stu's drums are ridiculous. They just hit extremely hard. And when I'm hearing his drums on playback, I'm like, yo, I got to figure out a way to get my drums a little crispier like that, man. Those kicks and the snares he uses, it's insane. His mind is in that realm that I'm looking for. Like, he just knows how to make that grind. if you squinch up your face with a screw face while you're listening to those drums and the beat, then he's doing
everything. Yeah, we always talk about dirty music. Like, I don't know how to explain what dirty music is, but
it's dusty.
It's dirty. It's
got
dusty.
dust
it's got a little crack to it.
Basement sound.
Exactly.
The equipment's been left on for 3 days. The equipment's hot still. It hasn't been turned off. You're like, fuck, I fucked up.
I'm a sucker for it. That MF Doom and MF Grimm project with them together.
Yeah.
That's one of the bigger examples I can think of. That Dark Energy track I did, that was one of the beats from that project.
Yeah.
And I just remember hearing something like that for the first time. I was younger, and I was just like, I'm like, this is the craziest I've ever heard. This beat is insane. Like that was the first time I could think of that word, like basement kind of sound. Like just really just gutter.
Dirty.
Really gutter.
Fuck, that's exactly it. Gutter.
Dirty, yeah.
Yo, on track 1, Hip Hop Tournament, I mean, you play basically in the song, you're like almost like a wrestling booker, but you're booking hip hop matches, which is awesome, man. I mean, these are like dream matches that I've wanted to make. I think about ones.
It's like celebrity death match,
right?
I kind of was thinking. So, Hip Hop Tournament was a mix of definitely celebrity death match, but I want to shout out. Last Emperor, he did a song called Secret Wars.
Hell yeah.
And it's where he's rapping about superheroes battling each other. One of the greatest songs of all time, in my opinion. That song was a big influence on Hip Hop Tournament. And I was also thinking of like some X-Men just kind of like feel, like me being Professor Xavier and getting all these MCs together and just this big battle royale kind of feel.
Yeah, that's what it is with Last Emperor. Yep, so that's the same feel I get too from that.
Royal Rumble season too.
Yeah. And it's also me putting a lot of my, like, I would say almost all the MCs I mentioned, they're in my top 50 or top 4. Like, they're there. They're my favorite MCs of all time, you know.
For sure.
Damn, one day we're going to have you on and do a top 50 with you. Just get your top 50 and lay them out. You're going to have to lace that up for us, and we'll get you on, and we'll lay it all out.
I'd probably have so much fog, but like you have to do the 3 hours later. That would like every time, like every other 5 MCs.
Yeah.
There's so many good artists out there, bro. And in the lyrics, Hip Hop Tournament, you have Rakim and KRS-One as a tag team. Who are they taking on? Because you don't tell us who they're going to be facing.
That's a good point. I honestly, I would have to think about that.
Rakim and KRS-One versus Meth and Redman.
Yeah, what did I say? Meth and Red versus who?
EPMD, I want to say.
EPMD, because I was thinking Parrish and Eric.
So they're already in a match.
They're booked for the
They're already
pay-per-view.
booked. They're probably booked. They're definitely not opening the show. They're probably closing the show.
I did see that Rakim and Scarface, I mean, these are just rumors at this point, but talking about doing an album together.
P-Rock production, right?
Yeah, I want to say with the P-Rock produced album, yes. I mean, what a treat, right?
I don't know if that's true or not. I know they made a couple posts or a couple publications and made a couple saying that was going to happen. But if that happens, that's a dream come true. P-Rock is... I have Primo. Primo is my favorite, but P-Rock is literally right there my whole life. And that he's arguably my GOAT too. So I would love to hear P-Rock production with that combo.
Yeah. Dude, what did you think? Did you listen to the Common Pete Rock Auditorium Volume 1?
I loved it. I had a great time. I loved it.
I mean, I think that was my favorite album of 2024.
I think so too. It was pretty much it was exactly what I wanted. Like when they made the announcement for that, I'm like, yo, this is what I need right now. I need a Common produced P-Rock album.
Right.
And I would say I did a review on it, but I think a good 90 to 95% of the album I really enjoyed. I had a great time.
Yeah, and then I watched them perform some of the songs live. I think it was On the Radar, that podcast that they do, where they perform songs live as well. But I mean, just hearing it live too, just killer, man. That's a great album, great songs to perform live.
When you listen to an album, especially nowadays, I feel like it was more of an occurrence back in the day to listen to an album, be able to listen to the whole thing and everything kind of flow and make sense. Now I feel the artist is emphasizing more singles and getting stuff on the internet and digital releases and stuff like that. Are you seeing a trend where we're getting less
vibes?
No, the album where it's more the album's not as cohesive as it used to be because they're more worried about singles here and there. And
So
there's just tracks.
Every track's a single kind of.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just pieced together.
Honestly, I haven't thought about that, but I can. That's kind of. I don't want to trash the album. I did a review on this one too, but I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, and it kind of reminds me of the feel that you guys are saying. Dre and Snoop, Missionary, the new album.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to, me personally, I wanted to love it more, and it kind of sounded like for the most part that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to chase a single, like pretty much every song or every other song, and that was noticeable for me.
Yeah,
like, of course. Especially with the Sting song and certain ones. I'm like, you guys are definitely chasing a single.
Yeah. I want to get more into the bad and the ugly, but I mean, you've been really pushing the Fro Thizzle Reviews. You're reviewing albums, movies, shows. I mean, all kinds of different stuff. I mean, it's pretty awesome because I love that type of stuff. I like movie reviews and album reviews and hearing other people's opinions on that stuff. What has it been like focusing more? You've been doing it for a while, but focusing more and putting more attention into that. Is that something that's really fun for you?
Yeah. Honestly, it's been mostly like just having fun with it and being able to nerd out and review. I can relax with it. I can take my time off of the music just for a tad bit and be my nerdy. I can be a nerd in the music, but ever since I was a kid, you can ask anybody around me. He's like, oh, all he does is talk about movies. All he does is talk about how many movies he's watched. Right. And it was actually an idea from some of my buddies. They're like, yo, you got to start reviewing movies just for the hell of it. Just do it. What have you seen? I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And it's been, I want to say it's been about almost 4 years or about like 3 years since I started.
I love it.
In the movie scene, when you review movies, lately, what have you been watching that's like kind of intrigued you? Anything that you want to put us on that we haven't seen that you think we should see?
And what's your favorite movie of 2024?
Yeah. But put us on. Put us on to something, though, that we probably should see.
It's a little tough for me, but there was one I really enjoyed in 2024. It's a prison movie called Sing Sing.
Okay.
And it's about a group, and what's really cool is that some of the actors in the film are real prisoners that they used in the film. They actually shot on location at Sing Sing. And and what's cool is that the actors or the characters in the film, there's like a prison Shakespeare production play. And these guys are going into the production to escape like prison life and to pretty much like just get their mind off things and to be able to be themselves through like acting out on the stage. Yeah. And the movie, it's not an action movie. It's a talking movie. It's a little bit slow at times, but I thought it was really good. I saw it in the theater, and I thought the acting was really good. It's just a really great watch that I loved. Yeah. Good. That's probably. I don't know if I have a definite pick of 2024 for favorite movie, but Sing Sing is one of the first ones that pops up for me.
Bro, did you watch Beetlejuice?
I reviewed that one.
Okay, I didn't see a review. Thumbs up or thumbs down for Beetlejuice 2?
Me personally, kind of thumb sideways.
Yeah.
A little.
Do you think they waited too long for? I mean, sometimes they do this. They wait too long for the sequel, then it comes out, and it just.
Winona Ryder 73.
You've mentioned that before in your other reviews. Sometimes they just wait too long for that sequel, and it doesn't really quite match up.
Yeah. Absolutely, I do 100% agree with that. 100%. As much as there were some things that I liked about Beetlejuice 2, I still like Michael Keaton.
I love Keaton.
Thought Winona Ryder wasn't that great coming back. I thought Jenna Ortega was kind of take it or leave it. I thought a lot of the jokes were kind of take it or leave, and there was a couple misses happening that they waited too long.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. They waited too long for the cash. You know what I mean?
Dumb and Dumber 2 is one of the ones I hated.
They could have came back hella like maybe 4 or 5 years later and killed it, but they waited fucking 45 years later.
I think if you're a real fan of that movie, of that slapstick style, you realize that there's really no money in making a sequel out of it. Like making another Dumb and Dumber, there's you can't really go anymore. The story's been told. What are we gonna do? I think Ace Ventura 2 might have been the best sequel for a slapstick out of that, like for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I can enjoy those two. Yeah,
I can enjoy both of them, but you're right. That you waited too long.
Too long for that one.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber 2 is the worst one for me. I'm such a big fan of the first one that when the second one came out, I'm like, of course I'm going to see it. And when I saw it, I was astonished of how terrible it was.
And what was that part 2 ish that it wasn't even them as the actors?
Oh,
it was
Dumb
the
and
younger
Dumb in High School?
Dumb and Dumber, I guess. Yeah, I mean that was
as a fan of bad movies. I'm just gonna say right now, I know that it
like
wasn't
that one?
great.
You like that one?
I could sit down and watch it. You know,
Honestly, I'm in the same boat.
Okay,
so it's sad that the one when they were kids in high school is better than the sequel that came out years later.
I think it's just this. You're so sad about this. The one with actual Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels that you watch someone with the high school and you're like, well, this isn't them, and so who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? It's something totally. I feel the same way. I'm indifferent.
Well, while we're here and we're talking, what's your favorite sequel of all times? Off the draw right now, hit me.
Oh my God,
a good sequel that literally stands up, and you're like, you could throw away the first one. You could throw away the first one.
There's the obvious.
Let him go. Let him go. Let the man go. You can throw away the first.
Wow, I'm trying. Let me think. A quick one. I want to just off the bat.
Yep, the one you're thinking.
As much as I love Night of the Living Dead, and as much as I appreciate it wholeheartedly, I think Dawn of the Dead is a way better film.
A Man of Leisure. A Man of Leisure.
And I also think Day is a better film than Night of the Living Dead.
Wow.
So I think that's 2 sequels that I enjoy way more than the first one.
I'm going to chime in with Terminator 2.
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Yeah, great. Yeah, awesome pick. Yeah, Terminator 2 is fantastic.
You could forget the first one, I feel like.
The storyline is there. Like, you need the first one for the story, but for us, we grew up
thinking Terminator 2 was the first one.
Yeah, we didn't know Terminator 1.
So I had no idea there was a 1. I mean, Terminator 2 was a hitter.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of the first one, and I agree that the second one is better than the first.
And another one for me, Back to the Future Part 2. Fire.
Oh, and I love the first Alien, but I enjoy Aliens more.
Yeah,
I enjoy the second.
That's true.
It's so much, but it goes into more of the aliens. I mean, you see a lot of more creepy creatures, right?
What's for you, Siggy? Give me one.
Bigger too.
Best sequel of
Give
all
me
time.
yours. They don't need a computer. Give me off your head.
I mean, I was thinking Aliens as well earlier, but I mean,
you.
I would have said Back to the Future, but people also say Godfather 2 as well, right?
Okay.
I mean, I don't think so. I'm not. I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Like I said, though, if you wait too long for a sequel, you're already in the losing money.
The smoke's gone. You can't throw another log on a fire.
Another one too. I love the first 2 Rush Hours wholeheartedly. I love them to death.
Killers.
I personally enjoyed the second one a bit more than the first one.
Wow.
I actually like them both. I like them. I don't think I could get rid of them. I like them all. I like them all.
I like them all too. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the third one, but I enjoy that one too.
I like it all.
I love Jackie Chan.
Give me Chris Tucker. Give me Jackie Chan.
I'm a huge fan of Jackie Chan for sure.
Yeah. Oh, me. I'm a Jackie guy.
I like all his old shit from Drunken Monkey to fucking
absolutely
Super Cop. I like all that shit.
Drunken Monkey's the shit. That's
What's the one? Super Cop is the one who's in the yellow jacket the whole time. I mean, that one's fucking super sick.
Super Cop kicks ass too.
That's so good.
Yo, in Bring Your Best Army, you rap, he got enticed by a body, study autopsy, deep bite like shark teeth, I write like Darren Aronofsky. Bro, what's your favorite Darren Aronofsky film?
You're a thug.
Off the top of my head, Requiem.
Oh man, that movie.
Sad,
me too.
Sad.
But it changed my life.
You can't watch that movie 2 times in a row.
It's so messed up. It's such a heartbreaking, really tough to watch. It's really
especially the ending.
You know what's crazy is when I was younger, I really liked a movie that would fuck up your head like that. I used to love that shit. And as I've gotten older and like have kids and shit and settle down, I'm like, it's just too heavy for me now, bro.
It's heavy. Oh, it's heavy. Yeah.
It's real. That's why it's real.
It's real. Yeah, it's real life heavy shit.
Especially the ending. The ending. You see the mom's fried and she's on the bus, I guess,
weight loss pills.
The subway or whatever. She's asking for help, and just lost it. And then Jared Leto's arm's getting cut off. It's like,
and then Marlon Wayne's character had a tough one too.
We were talking about Marlon Wayne's movies the other day, and we mainly talked about comedies. But Requiem for a Dream, I mean, he kills it in that movie.
That's a movie you only watch once, twice, ever. You're like, never again, bro.
That's Marlon Wayne's easily best performance he ever did.
It's gotta be
ever.
in a different type of not your typical
that and the Sixth Man.
performance.
You know,
I like the Sixth Man a lot.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Sixth Man is
fire.
Good. That's a
That one's
tearjerker.
dope. That one's
If you
dope.
got a brother, that's a tearjerker.
That one's fire.
With Marlon too, though, you see like in some of his sketches, like in Mo Money, where they go and they play like the crack fiends and shit. When he gets like deep into a character, you can actually see. You're like, oh yeah, this motherfucker can act too. You know what I'm saying?
He's great. He's great. Yeah.
All the
I
Wayans
think
brothers have that.
Underrated. He's underrated. People like. What I really love about comedic actors who can turn dark and go into dramatic or like horror or scary territory, those are some of my favorite actors ever because they're so underestimated. Like at first you're like, oh, this guy could never play that, and when they do, you're like, whoa, he killed that shit. And it's because they have this hidden darkness in them. There's like a dark side they could tap into.
Yeah,
and that's my favorite comedic guy is Robin Williams because I just thought he was on another planet. This dude could make you laugh in one movie, and you could be terrified of him in 1 hour photo. Or
dude, 1 hour photo tripped me the fuck out.
Was a pervert.
I'm a big Law and Order Special Victims Unit guy back in the day, and I thought Robin Williams stole the whole series when he special guest starred in it. He played a really creepy maniac, creepy guy. And I thought he was amazing. I'm like, this guy is my favorite comedic actor turned dramatic or a comic guy who shows you that I can do way more to make you laugh. I can actually make you scared, too.
I got a two-parter.
Anytime you see Robin Williams on screen, he's stealing the show at all times.
Yeah.
King.
Every movie you watch that has a Robin Williams cameo or anything in it, Robin Williams steals the fucking... And it's just because you're right, he just has that... You could see the darkness and the fucking light. It's
while we're here.
Hold on, real quick. Fro, did you see the trailer of Mrs. Doubtfire that's played to a horror movie?
Yeah.
You're a killer.
I mean, that makes it creepy as fuck, though, does it not?
It's always been creepy. The whole thing's creepy.
I can't lie, it is. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that film. But when I saw that tripped me out because I'm like, yo.
What's your favorite?
They said that they did a whole cut. Robin Williams did a whole cut of Doubtfire that's like R-rated, where he's like cussing and he's like fucking just.
I need that movie.
Just spazzing out, doing crazy shit.
He did one take. I think he did the same thing with Aladdin for jokes. He said, Aladdin, I recorded a whole take of me just like cursing and going crazy just to mess with the producers. And then Mrs. Doubtfire, I think he said, I did a PG take, I did a PG-13 take, I did an R-rated take, and I did an NC-17
What
take.
A boss.
Yeah, and he was just like, you guys pick.
He's such a G.
What's your favorite Robin Williams movie, and what's your favorite rapper turned actor?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Two-parter here. Just a two-parter. Quick, easy with Robin Williams, a bang banger, and give me your favorite rapper turned actor.
Damn, favorite Robin Williams movie.
And don't go classic. Don't give me a Jumanji.
Yeah, I love Jumanji, but I think that would be like my third or fourth favorite.
Some people love it so much they pick it. I'm like, I can't do that first for me. No way.
It's a classic.
You know which one? It might not be his best, but I catch myself rewatching it a lot and just having a great time with it. And I think he kills the whole movie. Good Morning Vietnam.
Killer.
I think he just did a wonderful job in that movie. He killed it.
I love Jack personally.
Oh, one of my favorite roles that's underrated from him, I gotta say, is Insomnia. With Al Pacino.
Yeah,
that's
he killed that. He killed that role. He killed that.
I love Jack as a kid growing up, didn't you? Where he's growing backwards.
Sure.
That's one where he's growing backwards and everything. Remember?
Oh yeah, Francis Ford Coppola. He directed that.
Sad.
Oh yes.
Sad and killer. And now you got to tell me who your favorite rapper turned fucking actor is, my friend.
That shit is hard. I know the easy cop out would probably be Will Smith.
Right.
But God damn, one that people I can't do a tie. That's a cop out. So I'm gonna have to edge it out.
Go ahead.
To Mos Def.
Oh,
hell yeah.
For me lately, Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Kid Cudi's in some crazy shit. He's in this new one I just watched the other day where he wears a wig and he's in the movie with where the guy's playing with his daughter. He takes her to the concert.
Yeah, Trap with
dude,
Josh
it's
Hart.
crazy. I go, Kid Cudi's a fucking boss in this movie, dude. He's in everything, dude. And then he plays that movie where he's in a porno and a scary movie. He's so versatile. He's versatile.
X movie.
Have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah, with Mos Def. Yeah, of course.
Fire.
It's a good one.
Like I said, the man's versatile. Mos Def is very versatile, I can say too.
I know,
so.
I know he goes by Yasin Bey now, so
Right.
it's not done out of any disrespect. It's
No.
just I grew up knowing the name Mos Def.
Same here.
Like,
I mean, Black Star, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli. You know, dude, you're a big Western. Well, it sounded like you were into westerns. Did you ever watch the show Hell on Wheels?
I did. Common was on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Common does really well on that show.
So I was gonna tie. I ended up edging it the most. My other guy was gonna be Common.
Common's a good actor, man.
What's Hell on Wheels? Give me a little something about
They're
it.
building the railroad tracks. Beginning of building railroad tracks.
1939s, that time?
No.
Earlier than that,
Yeah.
huh? But, okay.
And there are a couple MCs.
Oh, it's got to be early. It's got to be 1915, 1912s. Yeah, 39's kind of pretty early. I'd say 12.
I mean, this says 1827 was like the
Jesus
first.
Christ, that's way off. I'm 100 years. I'm 100 years off.
Like
Good gourd.
1800s.
So what's
there's
it
a
on?
couple MCs that have been able to act in films. Like Black Dot's been in 1 or 2 or 3 films.
Yep.
I don't count Dot as much because like Common has over 20 or 30 credits. Yasin has over about like 20 or so credits. Ludacris has over 20 credits. You know,
Isn't he in Ocean 11 too? Isn't he play like
Which
the
one?
guy? Isn't Common in Ocean? No. Mos Def in Ocean 11. Doesn't he get? Like, isn't he play the guy that's like quiet the whole time? Isn't he in one of them?
He was an Italian Job.
That's what it is. And he plays a hella smart guy, and he's quiet the whole
Killed it.
time. Yeah.
He was great in the time. He was deaf in one ear.
Yes, super good. That's what I'm thinking. But that's pretty wild. Yeah, I would say that he's probably one of the best. If you were to say rapper turned actor, I would say he's probably got the most credits.
There's one I'll recommend for you if you guys haven't seen. It's a 2004 HBO movie. But Mos Def, he plays the first black doctor, I believe, who gave a heart surgery something along those lines. And he did that's like his best performance ever. He got nominated for a Golden Globe for that role too. People don't know that from Mos Def. And he acted with Alan Rickman, rest in peace. He was right aside with them. And that's probably my favorite rapper turned actor performance, not including a guy like Will Smith or anything like that. I would give that the most.
And also not being typecast either. He's not typecast as a stoner rapper.
Guys.
He plays a different guy. You know, you don't see him as just a rapper. You see him as a versatile actor.
The only time where I felt that I was a little iffy with his performance was 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis, where he's kind of playing I don't know if he's supposed to be a guy with special needs or if I just don't know, because the way he's acting,
He
is
plays
really
like a flunky
weird.
kind of, like you're not sure what he's doing.
Really weird. I'm like, what are you doing? That's the only time I was like, what are you doing?
I feel like anybody with Bruce Willis kind of acts like that, though. I've never seen anybody with Bruce Willis that plays a movie where they're the smart guy over him or something. You know, he's trying to beat you up the whole time, I feel like.
Going back to the bad and the ugly, how is it just being able to focus on lyrics and not having to worry about production? Do you prefer that, being able to focus on one or the other?
Honestly, since I alternate so much, I would say maybe I like making like full projects where I'm producing also, because they feel really close and personal. But it definitely, it does take a little bit of weight off my shoulders when I just worry about the lyrics, or when there's another dope producer on the other side who can meet me halfway. So it was a bit easier this time around to record Bad and the Ugly for sure, compared to the other projects that I've been working on.
It's such an easy listen and smooth, and your lyrics are always on point. I mean, the delivery is always there, always unique. Nothing similar. I love the metaphors that you use.
Well, something that I've always noticed too is you're not afraid to go back to what what they say, your bag, or what you're good at. You know what I mean? Like, you know your strengths and you use those well when you're doing your skill set. Is that something that you're conscious of? Like, do you listen to artists and you're like, their new shit isn't as good as their old shit, and you're like, man, I wish you would have just stuck to your guns and just kept doing what you were doing?
Yeah, that happened. I definitely feel that for a lot of MCs that I grew up listening to. And even when they try to go back and rechase that sound, it's still it doesn't hit that same feeling for me, because you can tell it's like they're trying too hard a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And it is a bit, it disheartens me a bit, because I think because I expect so much more from them. And because these guys, a lot of our favorite guys, they just set the bar so high when we were growing up. And compared to some of the music that they're still dropping, to be fair, that's a good 30 or 25 years after. So a lot of them feel like they probably don't they don't owe anything anymore, or they don't owe anybody anything. But just from a fan consumer's perspective, because I'm a fan first, I'm just expecting, like, I love what Common and Pete Rock did, because I love that Common, that's how I feel with Common. Like, he was able to go back and dip back into what I really appreciate him for. That's the stuff I love Common over.
Same.
And for a couple years, Common was kind of doing his own thing. He was focused on acting. He was kind of focused on some more a different, I wouldn't say a different kind of sound, but he was going for something different. And for him to come back to Pete Rock, that was a fan's love letter for me. That's what I wanted.
For sure.
So that's how I want to view my career moving on forward, especially when I get a bit older. Even if I try some different things out, I'm always going to be going back to the main source, or what my supporters really enjoyed me for.
Yeah.
Because I tell the fans a lot. I say, I'm going to go into the movies. I want to make films. I want to write scripts. I really want to go into it. But I'm not going to forget you guys. I'm not going to go Hollywood. I'm not going to chase the $1 million bag and just be like, bye, hip-hop. A true MC, it doesn't leave us. Like, even if we're like, we're going to, you know, even if we say we're going to give up on the rapping, you can't. It's going to go back to you whether you like it or not, because it's in our blood. It's like that's how we operate. No. So I always tell the fans, need not worry. I'm always going to have your guys' back, even if I'm doing some different stuff. I'm going to come back.
Yeah, and it's that you just got that creative mindset where, like, I'm going to go create over here, but this creation is always something that's very special to me, and I'll always be back to that to create in this space as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, you have an EP with 60 East at the Sideshow. I mean, I believe that's what you call your collaboration crew, right? Is that the name of your guys' little crew?
Yeah, it's just us two, and the project is called At the Sideshow, and then we eventually just started calling ourselves that as well.
And it's perfect. The EP, you rap some, but you're more handling the production on the album, correct?
Yeah, for part we're in the process of part 2 right now, and we're almost done wrapping it up. And for part 1, I produced the whole thing.
Yeah.
Part 2 is going to be a little bit different. I want to say we're going to do around 13, 14 songs around there. I produced about a good 6 or 7 this time for part 2, and we're going to be introducing a couple different producers for the sequel.
Dude, that's dope, man. And you guys really are, like, for live shows, I mean, it's you two that really throw it down, I've noticed.
Yeah. Whenever we're booked together, when we're rocking together on tour, when we got some shows together. We it's half and half. Sometimes we do. It depends on how the venue is booking us, but either I go on, or 60 goes on, then I go on, or sometimes we even rock our set together.
Yo, the album cover is so dope, man. That Beavis and Butthead style. I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan.
Me too.
Who did that album art?
I'm slipping. It was through 60. One of 60's guys. He made the art, and I'm sorry for forgetting your name, bro. But 60, it was his idea. He was like, "Yo, what do you think about some Beavis and Butthead?" Kind of. I was like, "Yo, let's go."
Right.
And when he came back with the art, I'm like, I fell out of my chair laughing. I'm like, "This is it."
Too good. It's too good.
Yo, I loved Beavis and Butthead Do America. Saw it in the movie theater when it came out.
Wow.
Wasn't a huge fan. My dad actually took me to that. I mean,
your dad was so mad.
Yeah, he introduced me to.
He was probably
he
liked it.
He introduced me to Beavis and Butthead. He was a Beavis and
That's
Butthead
awesome.
guy, which is.
Did you guys go by Rayleigh's right here?
Yes,
that's where we see it.
Yeah,
at
old
Rayleigh's.
school, small theater. There was only 2 theaters, I think, in the whole movie theater. But yeah, super dope, bro. But Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, it didn't really live up.
Didn't have
to
the
me.
hit. Didn't have the hit.
Did you see that one, Fro?
I personally liked it, but I agree. Do America is the better film. Like Do America to me is timeless. I can put that one on anytime and still laugh my ass off. But with Do the Universe, there were a couple things that worked for me, and there were a couple things here and there that didn't.
I felt like
it was good.
Do America really introduced me to the Chili Peppers. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like, I wasn't a fan as a kid. I didn't know. And then I was like, who is that? And I was like, oh, shit, Chili Peppers? And then I had to hear it after that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was one thing about like shows like that. They like so much pop references that they were making fun of it in a way that it also turned you on to it. Like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, what
That's
is
true.
that?
Yeah.
And so you got to go check it out. You know what I mean?
You and 60 East are going to be performing, it looks like March 1st in France. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we're going to do a Europe tour starting in March.
That's fucking awesome. Bro, have you performed in France before?
Yes, I did Paris, France. I did Strasbourg, France. And I want to say I did Paris twice. So about 3 times in France.
Do you speak any French?
No.
Oui, oui.
I'd be terrible if they called me out and be like, speak some French, Afro. I'd be like, you got the wrong dude.
Is it crazy when you talk to the fans, though? Is it hella hard to talk to them when they all speak French? Or how's that work out?
Speak French,
you know what I mean? No, for the majority, no?
No.
Honestly, I want to say, just from my experiences in Europe, a good 85% of the people speak English.
Pretty sick.
So
I remember, I want to say I was in Switzerland or Germany, and they told me, they were like, Afro, it is required for us to learn English in class. So I was like, oh, word, okay. So, and they speak very well. It surprised me the first time I went. I thought there was going to be a language barrier. It was going to be a little bit tough for me to kind of maneuver around. And everybody I was running into spoke English. So I was like, okay, dope.
Most countries are like or bilingual. It's America that's like the least bilingual country in the world.
That's because we're all fucking fools over here.
No, we're just worried about speaking our language so perfectly that we don't try to learn anything else.
Trying to slick tongue everybody out of their own fucking cash over here. It's like crazy. It blows you away.
And then when you take a foreign language in like high school, you usually just kind of getting through.
Just trying to get credit,
right? Just trying to get credit
every time, baby.
You're producing an album for Motion Plus. Dope MC. He's featured on The Bad and the Ugly. On Break of Dawn, I mean, the track I love. This sounds like the album is coming out January 31st. Is that a sure date?
That's quick. It's a week.
Yeah, January 31st is that's when we're gonna drop the full LP form.
Souls on Sale, dope track, dope video. Time just dropped today. I mean, dope video as well, dope track. I mean, I'm excited. How has it been working on that project?
Oh man, Motion has literally been like, I gotta say, like an angel sent from above. He's one of my favorite MCs I've ever worked with.
He's on point.
Man, he's super fast. I've never seen somebody with like really quality verses give me a verse back in like a day or two. Like he's on top, like on point every time. And that's what made me want to work more with him. It was the same deal. At first, we were going to make our project an EP, and the more he kept sending me tracks, I'm like, yo, let's make this an album. Like, and he told me this was around the 3rd or 4th album that he's ever released, but technically for the public, I believe it's the 1st. And I'm just it's been a blast. It's just. I have a really great chemistry with him too. He's a really great guy too. So he's just I got nothing but good things to say about him.
Do you hesitate a little bit when you're working with a MC like that you send him a beat and he sends you a song back in like the day or a couple hours? You're like, wait a second, that's a little too fast. Before you listen to it, you're like, wait a second, and then you listen to it, you're like, okay.
Well, that's I did a Future. I'm pretty fast with my Future turnaround when it comes to working with other people. And I know somebody has said that to me one time. They're like, yo, this is a little too fast. Like,
put a little love in this.
They're like, did you freestyle this? And I was like, yo, I didn't. I would admit if I did, but this one I was feeling it. I love the beat, rocked it out, and just sometimes I can write verses in a good 15 minutes and record it in another 15 minutes, and takes about less than an hour to record one track. Not all the time, but for the most part.
Can I ask you something while I got you here? How much is it going to cost me to take a bike ride with you?
A bike ride.
You know, these motherfuckers be out here charge you this to go there, charge you this to go here. I look up MCs, they're charging this for this. How much is it going to cost me to sit down and go on a bike ride with you? We're not throwing any MCs under the bus, but I looked it up for like MCs that we all are fucking real fans of, and they could be local, they could be big. I'm just saying, you could be a huge star. What are you charging personally for a bike ride?
Yeah, that's that. I'm just. Yeah,
Are we catching one for free? Are we catching one for free for the Milkcrates
fam?
Fucking
the only things I would charge for is just my work, like a verse, a beat, and it also depends on the person I'm working with too. You know, it's all about. You know, if I think the person's really, really dope, I might not charge him nothing.
Fuck yeah.
That's just how I am.
You heard that here right now. You catch a bike ride with him for free.
Hey,
we're out here with Afro.
Afro rolls with the pegs in the back. You just hop
Tell
on.
them. Here we go.
Yo, how fun is it to remix another artist's track? Because you've dropped a number of remixes that you do from famous artists. I love the ODB one, the Big L one. How fun is it to go ahead and remix a track? Because I've always thought about how fun that could be as well, kind of switching it up and making it your own a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it is. I really treat it as practice, and it is a lot of fun putting together too, because you're like, yo, I might not have the official vocal, but I have ODB's acapella, and I can put whatever beat or create something around it. It's pretty exciting, and then I can spend sometimes hours, or sometimes I could spend a whole night working on some of these remixes. That's when my OCD stuff kicks in, but it is a lot of fun.
We got to judge a beat off somewhat recently. It was late last year. Super dope. It was fun though to hear people remix different.
Yeah, it was the Crush Congregational
shout out
2024 beat battle in Modesto at the State Theater, and
beautiful venue.
Great artists. There's what do we have, like 12 different producers come.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your boy Doom the Wiz,
over 400 people.
He was in the final two. He was in the final two.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super dope. We got to talk to him for a little bit.
We thought he should have won. Personally, I had my money on Doom the Wiz.
We put our vote was for Doom the Wiz.
Nice.
Who ended up winning that?
Toon World.
Toon World.
Shout out to Toon World as well.
Which is shout out to Toon World.
Shout out, yeah.
Great.
Shout out to
right off the bat,
awesome.
great
That's
experience.
dope. I didn't know my guy Doom got a top 2. That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we got to sit down with Doom and had a conversation with him before the show, and a very, very, very smart producer. He's making moves, and you could tell that he's a hip hop head too. You know what I mean? You know when you sit down and talk with people and you're like, you start kind of feeling them out, and you're like, oh no, this fool is a hip hop head right here. He knows what's up.
Yeah. He made shit.
It's a comforting feeling for me. It's like it's nostalgia.
It's like a good
I'm
doctor.
able to like sit down. Yeah,
you see a doctor walk in, you're like, he looks old. He doesn't look like
he knows what he's gonna do.
He looks like he doesn't speak very good English, and he looks like he's old, and he might be a really good doctor. The man came in, he vanished me. He laughed me.
See you later.
He's a veteran.
He got me. You know, I believed it, and you know what? He was fantastic, and he deserved. I felt like personally he deserved number 1, but number 2. Hey,
we'll give it to him.
Hats off to the man. Toon World did his thing. Hats off to him.
He's a vet, well-rounded.
Shout out my guy Wiz. He just dropped he's gonna drop a project soon called Methadone Music 2.
Yes, sir. And you're on that, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm on a track with rest in peace with Chino XL.
I saw that, dude. I can't wait to hear that track in particular.
Amazing. Before we let you go here, I had a quick question. If I don't know how, do you believe in aliens? Extraterrestrial?
The way you asked it.
Let's get in this.
Not ATL.
Let's get in this.
Honestly, I don't have enough proof, but I do. Like if you ask me, I do.
Okay.
And I do believe I have seen. Again, I can't say it's exact proof or anything, but I do believe I have seen a UFO twice. Once when I was around 8 years old, and another time when I was around 15.
Wow. Well, say one of those UFOs landed and you were the first person to have conversations with these aliens. What hip-hop music would you put them onto, or what movie, what art would you put them onto to be like, this is human, this is what we are humans, this is what it is? What would you put them onto?
Hip-hop, I would trip them out and just give them like some MF Doom and Cool Keith shit. Or A$AP Rock, and just trip them out. With
A$AP Rock would scare them. That'd scare them, A$AP Rock.
They'd probably be like, this. He's one of us. We've already heard this. We need another one.
Beam him up now.
Yo,
I'd be like, this is how we all talk. Like,
that'd be scary if we all talk like Aesop Rock. And nobody understand no motherfucker around here.
What movie would you show him?
Damn, that's a good one.
Debbie Does Dallas, baby.
I want to say, I don't know, just because it's a big favorite of mine. Maybe Training Day or Shaun of the Dead.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Shaun of the Dead would be hard to show him. Hell yeah, that'd be so tight.
I would show him Independence Day and say, "Don't fuck around. You see what we can do."
You're a wild man.
Fuck around to find out.
I got
This
a
is
quick
what your
one for
kind did.
Hold on. What's your favorite alien invasion movie of all time?
Ooh.
Damn, that one's tough.
Mine's Signs.
Mars Attacks, baby.
There's some great ones out there.
Invasions of the Body Snatchers.
Ooh, I just watched that the other day.
I watch
it's so
that
good
every year.
So
That's
good.
the one with Donald Sutherland.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's the one where they go.
Yep.
Oh. Yep.
That's my favorite one.
Before you go, for me, my only question is quick and easy. Leave us with some words of wisdom.
Oh man,
Simple.
On the spot.
Words of wisdom.
stay focused, be prepared. Stay focused, be prepared. Take care of you and yours. You can get what you want, but it has to be a lot of work and a lot of hours put into it. Study your craft and just be kind, be a good person.
Cheers to that.
Love that.
Cheers to that. No joke, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yo, just a Western style recommendation, a brand new show for you, American Primeval. If you've seen that,
I heard it's great. I heard it's great.
Just dropped. We're on. Me and my girlfriend on episode 3.
What's it on?
It's awesome. Netflix, brand new show.
Wow.
Subpar.
Yeah, I heard it's dope.
I mean, sorry,
from a couple
top
people,
notch.
yeah.
Are we sponsored tonight?
Way
Are we
above par,
sponsored
way
tonight
above
by
par.
Netflix? We're gonna watch this.
No, but hey, since you're into westerns, check that out. Brand new movie. What was your favorite show of 2024? Do you have one?
I might not, because I'm more of a movie guy than a series guy. There was a couple I was able to check out, but for the most, I might not have a favorite series.
Did you watch The Penguin at all?
I have not, but it's very high on my watch list. I need to watch that immediately.
It's great.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I mean, I didn't think he would kill. I mean, I watched him put on the makeup and the whole process he goes through just to become that character. But he literally becomes a character and you forget it's him completely. He doesn't sound like him. It's just so good.
Did you watch Interstellar?
Yeah, I've seen Interstellar.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it.
We've been telling this guy for the last 8 months to watch Interstellar because he told us he hasn't seen it, and he just still hasn't watched it.
It's on Netflix. It's on my watch list. I mean, I want to. I'm not ready for a tearjerker. You know, I know it's a hurtful movie. It looks like a real hurtful movie. You know,
they brought it back to the movie theater for the 10-year anniversary. And,
I know.
And it still
I know. It just got to be hurtful. I mean, if it's that good, you got to hurt feelings. You know, I'm not in the mood to get my hurt feelings hurt. You know.
Yeah, that's I can feel you on that. Me personally, I'm a tearjerker, but it's not for everybody. Tearjerkers, like I got my lady. My lady don't want to, cry the whole time. And then
you know what I mean? Even in Aladdin gets to a shitty part. You're like, I'll go I'll go to the kitchen real quick. You know, I just don't like when a movie gets shitty. You know, I like it to be happy the whole time. You know,
all of our films like Dumbo and Bambi,
they all get shitty for a second. You know,
Lion King,
Toy Story, they all get shitty. You know. I'm not in the mood for a shitty point.
No, there definitely is a point where you're like, oh, god damn it.
Back to the Future. They all got a shit point. You're like, god damn it. I'm not in the mood. I don't want to set myself up for that. That's all.
As we're winding down here, do you have a favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Christopher Nolan. Oh, damn. Just the first off of my head because I really like the style he did with it. It's my kind of film.
Mm-hmm.
I know people wouldn't really say this one, but maybe Insomnia.
Yeah, good movie. I mean, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, Memento's great. I'm a big fan of Nolan. Memento's great. Batman.
Batman Begins, baby.
Yeah, fantastic. He's one of my favorite filmmakers.
Did you watch Oppenheimer?
I was just gonna say I still haven't seen Oppenheimer.
So good. I saw it in a theater. I mean, awesome movie. I don't think it's my favorite Nolan film, but I mean, it's really good.
I remember leaving Inception thinking that when I left, I was like, am I awake? Am I sleeping? That's how good it is, dude. I'm telling you.
Inception
That's
was crazy. Inception was a great theater experience.
Yes, very good, because you needed the screen. You could at home didn't do it. You needed the screen for sure. But all the Batmans are amazing. Prestige though, Prestige is amazing.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, Prestige is dope.
So good, so good. And being a magician and him having the homie and pretending to look like him, it's just so good. Everything is good about that movie.
I mean, what he did with Batman too. Is The Dark Knight's great, right? I mean, Christian Bale just got voted the best Batman of all time. Not my favorite Batman of all time.
You're not my Batman.
But he just got voted best.
Michael Keaton or him.
Are you a Keaton guy over Bale?
I'm a Keaton guy.
I'm a Keaton guy, but I mean, Keaton didn't come with as much heat overall as Bale does.
Have you not seen Batman Returns?
I'm just saying.
I will say my favorite live action screen Joker still was Heath Ledger.
Yes.
He's,
word to that.
He's perfect.
For sure. I mean,
and Nolan directed that. Nolan directed that performance. So you're like, wow.
Are you an X-Files guy or no?
Yeah, I love X-Files.
Can I ask you this?
I love X-Files from like 98, 97, around when it came out. Let
me ask you this. Bring us in together here. I want to know. I'm very, very lost right now. I'm season 2. I'm about episode 9 or 10 in. Scully has been abducted.
Yes.
They took her. They've impregnated her. And now she's back out of nowhere, and they found her in the hospital. What happened to the alien baby? There's no question, no answer. What happened with that?
And I had to look that up.
I honestly can't remember. I don't know if they left it ambiguous, or I honestly can't remember the ending of that. But I remember that vividly, like when they took her and they put the.
I've rewatched it 2 times. Those last 2, episode 10 and 11. I rewatched. What was it?
I also restarted X-Files recently. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Well, they go into later on episodes. They start flashing back more about what happened. You start learning more about. What happened.
Wasn't the baby an alien? Yes, the baby was alien, right? And they took it from her.
No spoiler alerts.
No
Stay locked in, bro. Stay locked in. You'll find out.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
You'll find out. Well. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us, Afro. We really appreciate it. You're an amazing person.
You're a good guy.
Always down to chill and have a conversation with us. Do you have any dates in the near future that you want to let people know about?
January 31st, I got my guy Motion Plus, a full LP completely produced by me. That's going to drop then. I have a couple more projects in the works as far as production and even solo stuff, but that's the only release date that's set so far.
Great. You gonna be on the road soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on tour in Europe, France. We got Zurich, Switzerland, and a couple more dates. The first half of March.
We're gonna be in Switzerland. We're gonna slide. We're gonna let you know. We're gonna have you get us in over there.
All those Euro bros, you better pull up on Afro show, because you're missing out if you don't. One of a kind human being, one of a kind rapper, one of a kind artist, and the live performance is just as good as the fucking live shit.
Good fucking guy, man, all around.
Roddy Fro Piper with a boombox speaker.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Afro, thank you once again for joining us on Milkcrates
Give it up for
Microphones.
the one, the only Afro.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you again soon, man. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
enjoy your
next
weekend.
time, bro. I'm here, bro. Anytime you guys need.
Hell yeah.
Stay safe,
Appreciate
bro.
you, Afro. Have a good one.
Talk to you guys. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, peace.
Hell yeah, the one and only Afro,
What
baby.
a good guy.
The man,
Even
the
answered
man,
my
the list.
X-Files question.
The myth, the legend,
guy's
the ledge. He's a ledge.
Answers X-Files question.
Oh, man.
Maybe the iPad, Siggy, bring her over.
A little bit over an hour with Afro.
He's a good guy.
Great guy.
There is no ifs, ands, buts about the man. He's a one of a kind.
There's just some people that are like, you know
Easy to
know
talk
that you
to.
have to be on time with them, and like we usually are like in that 40-45 minute range.
Oh, he don't care. He wants
Afro
to
just
chill.
wants to
He
chill and talk. We could have
He's
done
a
that for 2
homie.
hours. He's a good dude. Yeah, we love that shit, man.
For
I
sure.
enjoy, especially he's a younger cat to us because he's 10 years, 11 years younger than us.
Yeah.
But you know, like to be able to sit down and have a conversation, be on the same level, and be kind of, you know,
Not even
For
Phil,
sure.
what's
not
it called?
even-
To be peers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like a
Most
lower
definitely.
classman or like younger. He's
doesn't
a peer to us.
He
you
doesn't
know?
make you feel like he's out of touch.
No.
At
Dude,
all.
bro.
He's in touch with
And
everything.
Love me some Afro. And
super talented.
somebody
MC,
that
producer.
the first time I ever heard him was on that Blackalicious
The Gift of Gab track. With
the Gift of
R.A. the
Gab
Rugged.
with R.A. and him, and with the bags over their heads. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And I was like, this kid right here, because I think he was younger at that time. Obviously, he was probably in his early 20s. At that time, I was like, good God, this kid is fucking different. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, super on point with his, and then that's a good relation. Relating him to Gift of Gab. I mean, Gift of Gab, one hell of an MC, one of the best ever.
R.I.P.
Track's called Freedom Form Flowing.
Thank you, yeah.
Man, yeah, I mean, but him kind of at 29, I mean, living up to that
not
type
29.
Is he not 29?
He's 26.
27.
Okay, I said 29 for some reason.
27.
I don't know why 29 is on my head, but
being compared to Gift of Gab is a
27.
blessing on its own.
I mean,
if you're compared to Gift of Gab, man, you're
not a
doing
lot of people
something.
in that category. Not a lot of people with that privilege.
Hard cam is kind of ugly.
To be able to.
Hard cam is
you
looking
just
ugly.
fucked it up. Who fucked it up?
I didn't. That's just how I looked when I looked at it.
When
last.
you're going bar to bar with R.A. the Rugged and Gift of Gab, I mean, two of the most
Gotta go
talented
down on the left
MCs of all time. Whew. Yeah. Shout out to Afro. All flows
I don't
reach
know, yeah.
out.
It's a 5-second delay.
Yeah, go check out all of his new projects. Go get the
It's a
bad
5-second delay.
and the ugly. And
It's a good fucking album, is it not?
man, for sure.
It's produced so good, it sounds so good, and it runs perfectly together. You figured I wanted to ask him, did he arrange those songs in a certain
Yeah,
way,
I
or
wanted to
I
ask him
forgot
that as
totally
well.
about that. But I mean, it runs good. It runs good.
And he has an album coming out with Motion Plus. I mean, again, those two tracks that have
That
have
track
dropped,
tonight we
super
played
dope.
even too. That song off that album
Yeah.
was good.
Again,
everything
Afro,
he does is fire.
Afro just doesn't miss.
Jesus
I don't
Christ,
think.
the camera's horrible. This guy did some crazy work right now.
It looks.
We're looking at an earthquake was in here.
It might have been me when I kind of turned off.
He made it worse. The man made it worse. So besides that, the guy stuck around for a minute. I was like, he wants to chill. Cool, let him run. Let him run.
Yeah, good cat. Also, I mean, I love that he's into movies and TV shows. I mean, I love entertainment.
He was
period.
well knowledge on
very
movies,
well
too.
versed.
Yeah,
go check out Fro Thizzle Reviews. Subscribe to him on YouTube. I mean, during Christmas time, I was watching a lot of his movie reviews for Chris. He does Christmas movies.
Fro
all the
Thizzle.
above.
I don't think I'm subscribed to him. How's it go? F-R-O.
Yeah, Thizzle.
All one word.
It might be broken up. It might be together. I can't remember.
T-H-I-Z-Z.
Yep.
Fro Thizzle Reviews. From Thizzle Reviews.
No, Fro Thizzle.
Oh, I got
Reviews.
it. Fro Thizzle Reviews.
Yeah,
I got him.
Go subscribe to that channel. I mean, he has some great reviews. Even the album reviews.
Subscribe right now. He just did Wallace and Gromit on the last one.
Yeah.
Yep. He did the Bradman Muddy Waters album.
He broke down. So he broke down Missionary by
got
Dre and Snoop, and he broke down Muddy Water 2 by Redman. I love both of those reviews.
I just subscribed to you.
He doesn't shit on artists, but he gives his true opinion in a respectful manner.
Yes.
And I like hearing, again, other people's opinions on hip-hop music and people breaking down an album, you know? Muddy Water 2, go listen to the album. by Redman.
Sometimes some people just need to take acceptable gradation as like truthfulness instead of hurtfulness.
For sure.
You tell me, hey, man,
criticism.
You keep wearing that dirty mustache.
But you also
and
never
it doesn't look good. You know, some people are gonna tell you because they love you,
But
not
you never
because
wa-
you know.
you never want to shit on
no,
any.
motherfucker. I'm saying if you got a patchy stash, you can't grow
I got a
one.
good
Stop
stash.
trying
I
to
got
do
good-
it.
I get a good
That
stash
motherfucker's
on.
Mexican. He's got a Mexican stash on.
It's
get a good
also
stash.
hard to be fully critical, and you don't want to shit on any of your favorite legends either, right? I mean, you're not going to probably like all of their stuff.
So back to what we were saying earlier about the Drake thing. When you get shit on for defamation being called a pedophile, do you ever get forgotten for that? How do you get that erased from your thing? So right now he's going to court with Kendrick for that.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with my lady earlier today.
Uh-huh.
Once someone calls you a pedo, it's done.
Yeah.
There is no erasing that. So you have to sue this man for
So
defamation.
you think it was below the belt, too far for Kendrick, is what you're saying?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say it's below the belt because I don't know how far the
pedo.
belt goes in that game.
Yeah.
But
can't erase
I
it.
would think you can't erase that ever. When you say something like that about somebody, you just, damn.
It's like this kid in high school. Everyone saw a video of him.
Don't you say his name.
If there's a video, then that's
There's
a little
a video.
different.
What did it sound like?
It
What
was
does
a
his name
skate-
sound
it
like?
was a skate video.
What does his
Nobody
name
said
sound
it.
like?
They borrowed his camera to make a skate video, but on the camera also had damning footage of this guy.
Damning footage.
Of this guy doing the unthinkable.
What was he doing? What was he doing? What was he doing? Was he dropping bananas? Where were these bananas dropping?
He was cranking down.
No. What do you mean cranking? What do you mean cranking?
Cranking down on his back and then
dropping loads?
onto his face.
Dropping banana loads
Onto
on
his
his
face.
face? No.
Filming it.
And give me the name.
Now,
That's
give,
not
give me a
pedophile.
schmaggy
That's not
schmaggy.
pedophilia, is it?
All right,
Not
all right.
everybody saw the video,
Oh,
but
no.
one person said that they saw the video, and it spread like wildfire.
Oh,
and
no.
it was the fucking Bible that this really happened.
Oh no!
Just like you're saying,
When
one
they-
person says it, and there's no going back.
They call him face crank after that.
And now he cranked down on your face. You
So
can't get
okay,
away
hey,
from that.
might have been too of a low
Jesus
blow
Christ.
for Kendrick to Drake then, but I mean, in a hip hop beef, a rap beef, there's no rules,
Can I ask you this before we go any further?
and it's not a cuss word either, right?
While we're here on this face crank, what's the oldest man that you've ever recognized that hasn't seen you in a long time?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Like
Oldest
you
man
haven't
I-
seen someone in a long time, but you still recognize them and they recognized you, and you ain't seen them
wait a
in a
second, wait a second.
fucking
Is this
long
an actor?
time.
Does this sound
Like a
good?
celebrity?
209-376-1739.
376-1739.
376-1739.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, woo, Ric Flair.
I'm gonna say no. The oldest guy you read from kindergarten friend to you haven't seen
okay.
in 20, 10, 15 years.
An old school
Even a
friend.
teacher. What's the oldest person you
Narc
haven't seen
News.
in a long time that recognizes you right off the bat when you have seen them?
I saw my PE teacher from 7th grade,
I did too. Did you see Mr. DeAndres?
Mr. D.
I seen him too, Mr. DeAndres.
And
You see him at Rayleigh's?
He
You wanna
remembers.
talk about a
I just seen him at Rayleigh's.
I've seen him at Rayleigh's in the gym.
You want to talk about a pedophile?
You can't use Mr.
Don't you
DeAndres'
dare.
name in the name of vain.
He ain't my PE coach.
Dude,
Mrs.
stop
Thompson.
it.
Mrs. Thompson.
I just remember
Was?
those, I remember those burpees.
Well,
that he
how
would
about
make you
this?
do for
It's not
chewing gum.
Mr. D he's talking about. So let's get back to Mr. D.
Mr. D is the P.
Oh no! Well, we ran into him and he was really nice when I seen him.
Yeah,
He
good guy,
recognized me
good
right
guy.
off the way.
That's a
he
beautiful
recognized
kid you
me.
have there, he said.
No, he did not. Yeah, he
He
did actually. He
did.
did. He said it was a beautiful kid. I had a beautiful. He said, "Raise that child right." He said, "You're doing good, brother." I was,
Look,
Keep
moving
him
away
from
from
me
that.
and raise him right.
Wait a minute. Where
Moving
do you-
away from Mr. D.
Yeah, move away.
Yeah.
We gotta go now.
Mr. D
Back
with
to
the
car
P.
rap reverse.
Well, I was gonna ask, have you? It just dropped today. Mac Miller's Balloonerism. The album just dropped. Have you got it yet?
Because I've already listened to it. and
You've listened to the whole thing already.
I listened to it when it was already like a leak, and I wasn't a fan.
Did you? Okay.
What?
Wasn't
It's
a
okay.
fan.
It's okay. It's not the best.
R.I.P. to Mac Miller. Did you watch the
Kiss
short
him
film?
on
A
his
short film
grave.
just dropped. It coincides with the album too on Amazon Prime. Balloonerism short film. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't watch
Okay.
the film.
Hey, shout out to the Mac Miller. What do you call it? Foundation.
Yeah,
for still
sure.
putting out
Estate.
work. Estate for still putting out work. I love Mac Miller, and again, I just gone too soon. So
Way too soon. Let me ask you this.
yes. Did you see Travis Scott blazing that blunt on Monday Night Raw?
I love that.
Is that allowed now?
No, they didn't.
No.
They didn't say he didn't say that he was going to do it, and no one knew he was going to do it. He just did it.
Did you see the fan trying to take the blunt out of his hand?
No.
Yeah, there was some fan trying
He's a
to
good guy.
pass puff.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He also
He's a
made
good guy.
he made the new Raw theme song.
Who?
Travis Scott.
That sucks. It ain't fucking that one.
If you're coming out with Yeet, you're a bad motherfucker. Yeah, what's up?
I forgot.
If you're coming out with Yeet, is that Jay Uso or Jimmy Uso? Yeet.
One of them goddamn movies.
So wait a minute. How far are you in the X Files right now? How far are you in?
Season 3.
Okay. Yeah. What's up with that though? That was a real throw off for me. That she came back out of nowhere.
I had to look it up, and they don't tell you anything about
They don't
what
tell you
happens.
nothing. Yeah, I looked it up too.
That's how they made it, and they probably want people like you and I to wonder why the hell did they do
Well,
this?
he had to go fuck some vampires.
Ye-
Mulder had to
I
go
was
fuck
just-
the
I
vampire
was gonna
chicks
say-
for a minute.
I was
and then
gonna
he came
say,
back,
hold on,
yeah.
that episode with the vampire girl. And
That's Mrs. Ari
he
from
hooks up
fucking.
with-
That's Mrs. Ari from you know what? Entourage.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's
I didn't-
that's
I
who
didn't
his
make
wife
that
is.
connection. That throws me off because I did not like that.
That episode sucked dick. And
Um,
the one after that was a filler episode too. That episode sucked dick too. There was 2 episodes in between because she's only gone for an episode and a half.
You know what I like seeing for the just watching with the X-Files episodes is seeing all these cameos and guest appearances by other actors. They're very young. Ryan Reynolds was a chubby fat kid in one of them. Did you watch that one?
Yep. I mean, I'm only up to season 2, episode like 14. So
He's not fat, but he's chubby and just
I haven't
looks
went
way
any further
different.
than that yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing these past actors. And
I didn't know
making
how
these
good
little
X
guest
Files
appearances.
was, but it's amazing. It's truly amazing. And like
yeah.
I said, I picked back up on it. I'm trying to finish now, and I'm trying to get into it. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
It was one
Have
of the
you?
best shows.
You're not into it?
Nah.
You should get into it. It's really good.
Did you ever watch the
You know what I ran back? My favorite show
You
of
have Hulu?
2024.
Wait, you got Hulu though?
Go ahead.
Bro, I was the one that taught you about
What I'm
Hulu.
saying though is you should run it back. You have it that easy.
My favorite show of 2024. I just ran it back recently. Hilarious. Tires.
Oh, I didn't like it the first time around.
Bro, it's so good.
You gotta watch it that many times. It's like Suicide Boys.
I watched it.
You gotta watch it a couple times.
I watched it one time. I loved it, and the second time I fucking thought it was even better.
I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of stale.
You never watched Tires?
No.
I thought it was kind of stale, to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
And what?
It's like we're getting
only
Shane
one
Gillis
season.
on.
There was only one season of Tires.
Well, it's just brand new.
Okay, got it.
I
remember seeing it when it came out.
I don't think we're getting Shane on anytime soon, but I thought it was kind of poopy.
Thought it was poopy, huh?
I thought it was pretty gay.
I mean, I don't think you actually watched it. But
I swear to God, I watched it.
Then you want. There's not one person that's watched it and said that it
Where
was bad.
Howie thought that they should go in the back, and he goes, "I think we got to run in the back. We're going to run this car wash in the back." You thought that was all good?
What the hell are you talking
When he had all the sluts and the whores in there, and he brought them to do the car wash.
Hilarious.
You thought that was good? You thought all that was fire?
That shit is hilarious.
100% fire, huh?
Have you not?
I'm just making sure.
I'm just
asking where your brain is. I just want to know. I'm
waiting for season 2 of The Last of Us. I mean,
yes.
I want that. I also want the last Stranger Things. Let's just get it out.
I heard that Last of Us wasn't getting made as fast as it could because supposedly the director stood with Ukraine or some weird shit like that. Some political shit like that. It was Ukraine or something. Some kind of weird war status shit is why it's not getting made the way it should anymore. Something about Islam. Something weird.
Okay.
Look it up. Tell me what you see. Can you give me something like that? I don't know. I don't know if that's it. Let me look it up. Last of Us. I'll look it up right now.
I also would like to see Fallout, but it just came out last year.
Yeah.
But Fallout season 2 will be good. But Stranger Things, let's just get it out. Get it done. I think it's coming out this year. This will be an ending to the show. Last season.
Well, they're all like 37
until they
years
make
old
a
now.
3-season spin-off that they already have in the works. But the prequel spin-offs sometimes don't work out.
What are you talking about?
Not always.
How are you gonna do a prequel with these kids that are fucking 30 years old?
Because it's not them. I think it's based off of Eddie.
This season?
After this season, they already have a contract for 3 more prequel seasons, and it's gonna be a spin-off. And I think it's based off the Hellfire crew or whatever.
That's whack.
Off what?
The Hellfire crew, that little crew. Is his name Eddie, the guy that dies?
Yeah, I think Stranger Things.
Eddie die.
Stranger Things is done, dude.
I want to say Eddie Munson for some reason.
It's done.
This guy has the fucking worst hot takes of all time.
Done.
Last season of Stranger Things was some of the
11's 37 now, and fucking
they can do AI stuff now where you don't.
Doesn't matter. Last
anymore.
season of Stranger Things is some of the best.
Favorite episode
TV shows of all time. The finale, the 2 hour, it was like 2.5 hour. It was this fucking
feed me back in.
It was a fucking movie.
Bring me in. I want to know. Want to bring me in. I've seen it.
Vecna?
Just give me the
Vecna. Oh fuck! Are you kidding me? The whole fucking show was sick.
And
Max
kills it in that season, right?
Yep. She puts the headphones in.
No, she dies. She goes into a coma, bro. She's blind.
She's bad.
She had her eyes fucking ripped out.
Right?
She's blind.
She comes back. She sees everything, bro. She's like the Oracle.
No, she had her eyes ripped
like the Oracle, bro. She sees.
Well, maybe. She might have an oracle in her.
Did you guys see that Sage Francis has released he talked about it when he was on the podcast.
He called me the other day.
The Sick Twisted Ending mixtape. He's released that on StrangeFamousRecords.com, and there's a couple new tracks. Have you heard any of them?
Yeah, he called me the other day, actually. I talked to him for a few minutes. I spoke to him, and I said, we need to really get together. He's like, I'm going to come by. I told him when he's back in town.
Well, I've been looking forward to this. Can we put on one of the tracks? There's a couple. There's one's called Crunchy, one's called Dumb Ghosts. I think each maybe comes with a little video or a visualizer. But I mean, we've been waiting a long time for it. I love those sick twisted mixtapes that Sage has put out over the years. Right? Sick of waiting not sick twisted, but I guess sick of waiting tables.
It's all sick.
Yeah, excuse me, not sick twisted. Sick of waiting tables. Sick of waging wars.
Are you sick?
I'm sick of your shit.
Thank you.
What we got here? Crunchy by Sage Francis.
So crunchy. So.
What happened?
So crunchy.
Old and crusty, moldy and dusty. This a fight in these rickety bones. Trust me. It's a crunch of the leaves underneath my feet. It's the trees in the middle of October admitting defeat, rendering themselves incomplete, covering the ground with all them colors and sounds. There's a mystique to New England in the fall. It's getting colder this year. Got a chill in my bones. I'm feeling older this year. Keep having to look over my shoulder this year. Autumn poems always risk being over sincere. So yeah, stay crunchy. Disrobe and disassemble. Your body's not a temple, it's a rental. Stick to the schedule. You got a cyclical nature, but my pickup and drop off are at different locations. Cause I am in and out of states, plus I'm interdimensional. Overwork, transponder, my research has been seminal. Climate change is on pace to erase the unethical. Technological advances, man, things are incredible.
That fool's amazing, man.
Like the girl, Earth doesn't need saving. Even when man disappears, this world's staying clean shaven. This evening I'm just evening out my need to say things with the unspoken rule remaining. Stay crunch. Now walk to the pantheon, sing to the high heavens and see if they'll dance along. Wallflowers of the sky got a stick up their ass. They need a kindling, they litter the grass. Now just think of the blast. In fact, to spend a minute. Once you blink, it's the past, and that's it. I crunch everything but numbers, squash everything but beef. I'll still punch a motherfucker. You can count beans while I spill them. The lawyers on retainer. Hey, you must be new here, pilgrim. I'm a descendant of the witches your ancestors couldn't burn. Indigenous to the resistance while you just resist to learn why I'm so crunchy. Old and crusty, moldy and dusty, and they're still fighting these rickety bones. Trust me. So here's a toast to the ancients and a roast to the ain't shits and a final death blow to my patience. Play deadbeat games, win deadbeat prizes. I rake this pile of rotten leaves for when the dead heat rises, so you can jump in it. You can bask in your victimhood while I lounge in my wicker chair. Your ashes are in the woods, scattered amongst returned stolen goods. No dumping allowed. You're the junkyard dog shit. A no good son of a biatch. I'm one of the griots who's gonna go pios on your memory and just yell it from the treetops. Crunch. This Thanksgiving is canceled. We could have chewed the fat, but now I'll use it to make candles to light up your life with match strikes you can't handle. This year the leaves fall like ambles.
The master.
I've got a new tailored suit, some fancy clothes this year. Security system got installed in my home this year. I no longer have to look over my shoulder this year. Some might say my whole life I've been over-prepared. Cause I'm clutch at crunch time. At dusk I make sublime adjustments till there's an eruption of sunshine. Change happens. Like the seasons, like the climate, like you eventually. Cause even piles of shit fertilize the landscape. Thanks for setting the scene. My crunch will never leave. Foliage forever green. Now I'm lovely, golden and glittery, with a safe and happy home. But you're not known for stability. You just don't get it. Habitual eviction notice tenant. You wanna kill the message and the one who sent it. Pathetic seasonal worker, unemployed, but you done a heck of a job on yourself, boy. A real piece of work. Holidays come at a cost these days. I'm my own boss and I just got a raise, so I'll survive another winter with a spring in my step. Last summer was forgettable, but this fall isn't finished yet. Bring the threats, I'll bring the care package, and go grayer in my beard as this year passes. Silver fox, I've been known to deliver justice to you color by number type of suckers. You can suck this crunchy, old and crusty, moldy and dusty, rickety bone until you love me, or just leave. It's too beautiful outside for you to act this ugly.
Hey, Sage Francis.
Hey, that fool's a killer, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That fool is ahead of the time. Never lost a step, ahead of the time.
He kills, and on any type of beat, I would say too. I mean, I've heard him on a number of different beats.
He's a fucking badass. He's a personal friend of the family, man. He's a personal friend.
Yes, I mean, personal journals.
Personal friend over here. Hey, I got something over here that's telling me to let you know that he's a personal friend. He just wrote in right now. He just actually wrote in on the chat right now and says, Matt, good friends with you. I said, thanks. Good to see you, man. You're a good guy, man. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching us tonight, Sage. Come on.
Sage, a true poet, though, is he not?
He is, man. DJ No Spinzo and me are best buds, bro. So, I mean, when it comes to us, me and him, we go back way far.
Go check him out on tour right now.
Yo, shout out Doom to Wiz.
Good, man. Shout out to Doom to Wiz, for sure.
And, yeah, shout out to Doom to Wiz. Go check out Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo by
Catch a Tiger by the Toe.
Afro and Doom to Wiz.
And If You Hollers, Let Him Go.
That's the beat killer, the video killer. Shout out to Doom the Wiz and Afro on that one.
You're a bad man. I have to say, you're a good man tonight. You know, tonight you did your research. I can see it well. It backs up well.
I mean, I'm also a fan.
Always on top. You know, you're a good man. You're a good man. You know what? Give this guy a fucking soda tonight. Give him a sody pop. This guy deserves one with ice.
When you're a fan.
Give him extra.
Give him extra.
When you're a fan, it's easy. You know?
I know you. So what do you got to talk about? What do you got?
You looking
for
forward to Snoop Dogg hosting the NFL honors?
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
do you think he should be? He was in.
Is Snoop Dogg a clown? Or is he a good man still?
He was.
No, I'm asking.
Can't talk about
No, I'm
Snoop
not saying in a
Dogg
bad
like
way.
that
No,
in
I'm
this
saying, is he a clown or is he a good man? 'Cause
he was
some
in
people
the-
are talking shit about him.
He was in
lately.
the
I've read a lot of
Underdogs.
shit talking
He was
about
in
him.
the Underdogs, and he coached, maybe helped coach a football team. So now he's hosting the NFL honors. I mean, this man is athletic. Remember we talked about
He's a runner. He's a runner. He's a runner. Track star.
I mean, just released. Snoop Dogg will be performing at the presidential inauguration. I mean, Snoop does everything, I will say.
That every side quest
The
available.
Olympics, the NFL, a presidential inauguration. I mean, he's made cookbooks with Martha Stewart.
Do you let him date your mom
acting.
now? Is he trustable as a man to date your mom?
No. You know, 'cause
not yet.
Let me tell you why.
How much longer does he have to go before he earns your trust?
Let me tell you why. My mom...
Never.
My mom-
Disrespectful.
My mom's a fan of Snoop Dogg.
And you let her take him out?
No, look, watching him on different shows and his personality on the commercials, and he's...
You think he'd make the
seems
move?
nice.
You think you just wouldn't take her out just respectfully?
He put out a live concert special on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And my mom tuned in, and she had to turn it off because it was just too raunchy for her. And she didn't realize how raunchy Snoop Dogg's music is.
She didn't respect.
I mean, it's all drugs, sex, and rock and roll.
But
right?
if that's all a gimmick, and he comes to you and he's like, John, I'm gonna take real good care of her tonight. We're gonna go out to Pietro's.
He seems like a nice guy.
Maybe wine and roses, and then we're gonna just have a good time.
I'm going along
few
with.
drinks, few smokes. You're not coming.
I'm.
But is that all right if I take her? She's limousine taken care of. Have her back to you by 2:00 tonight.
I'm tagging along.
2:00 tonight's a long
I
time.
will drive Snoop and my mom to a nice place.
Right when you get there, security goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Who says you're going in there with it? Right away they try to block you up. What do you do? What do you do at that point? You know how they try to do in the movies. Right when you walk in the building, they have two security guards standing there and go, you're like, wait, that's my mom. She's in there with... A lot of guys' moms are in there with Snoop right now, brother. Don't worry. You know, they hit you with that one.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you're screwed. God damn. You're screwed.
But Snoop's a nice guy.
Yeah, shout out to Snoop. He's
Shout
done
out to
so
old
much.
Snoop, yeah, Snoop. You'll take my mom out. Come give me a call, Snoop. We'll arrange something for you.
I do think Missionary, I mean...
Not very good.
Fro Thizzle Reviews has a review on the whole album. It's not my favorite.
Is it old man shit to you?
Well, I was expecting a different type of album from Dre and Snoop, right? The beats don't sound Dre.
They're not Cadillac slumpers. They're not old school low rider hitters.
They're not Dre type beats.
No.
They're different. I liked some of the, I like Sting, so I guess I like that song.
You like that song? I thought that song was whack. I love Sting, but I thought
there's a lot of people that don't like it.
He's draining too much.
I personally think it's a cool rendition.
He's sucking a nipple a little too hard, I feel like. You know what I mean? Lightweight nipple sucking.
Shout out to Jelly Roll and Tom Petty on another track.
Yeah.
I mean, My Last Dance with Mary Jane, I think it's called.
How much do we got to pay you to get on a song with Sting? You think Sting was pumped for it, or you think he was like, go ahead, Snoop, for free, or you think they paid Sting a good cut?
Oh, man, Sting.
Is Sting a huge Snoop fan?
Yeah, and I guess he said if anybody could
I heard
make
that too.
a rendition of
Let It Be Snoop. I love that.
Let it be Snoop. But Sting's coming to sack. Sting's coming to sack.
With the Police or by himself?
I think he's by himself. But
Can he do the Police songs?
Yeah, he's doing that shit.
I hope he is,
for
dude.
sure. I just bought tickets to see
Michael Gabriel.
Foreigner. Are you a Foreigner fan?
I'm a Michael Gabriel fan.
Michael Gabriel?
You know who Michael Gabriel is?
No.
Look him up, man. You will love Michael Gabriel. I guarantee he's got some songs that you've heard in your lifetime that you're pretty pumped with. I could imagine.
Is he a jukebox hero?
I would say he's a good one. I would say so. Let me put on some Michael Gabriel.
Is he cold as ice?
Michael Gabriel.
Willing to sacrifice your love.
Let me put it like this.
My love. Our love.
The man might change your life when you hear Michael Gabriel. But that being said,
yeah,
you're a maniac.
So cold as ice.
So do you believe in these aliens?
Willing the sack. Well, okay. I mean, yeah.
Would you believe you could be?
Did you hear
abducted?
Did you hear about the UFOs being spotted
That doesn't ring any ice, dirtbag.
Did you hear about the UFOs recently being spotted in Fresno? Fresno has had a couple.
I heard about it. I did hear about that. It's fine. Relax.
Yeah.
Fine. Everything's fine. Everything's cold in here. Everything's cold in here.
My man, it wants to be cold as ice.
I want a little ice in my cold.
Willing to sacrifice. What do you think about these UFOs in Fresno? If you're tuned in and watching,
I'm not tuned in. Give it to me.
Fresno is about 2 hours south of us, if that.
It is. It's 2 hours. It is.
Okay, about 2 hour drive, simple drive, just straight down. Now they're seeing some UAP UFOs over there in the sky. Just kind of not doing anything too crazy, but just kind of moving around.
What are they doing?
Monitoring. I don't know.
Did you get sick at all recently?
Yeah, I've been fighting something for
Me too.
over a week.
Me too. Over the last
2
weeks.
It's called pneumonia, boys. So I hope you don't catch it.
They say it's the walking pneumonia.
It's the season of giving.
They also say it's from the fucking fog.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think there's the
Is
worst.
it from the fog?
There's tons of allergy stuff going on.
I just tell you that the worst thing that COVID ever did was make people afraid of getting sick.
Right.
Like, I swear to God that it created this whole culture of people, like, as soon as you're like have a little cold, you should stay home, you should stay away from people, you're trying to get everybody sick. What are you, a super spreader? It's like, motherfucker, when I was growing up, if you were sick, you went about your shit. If you weren't dead and like laying in bed and couldn't get out of bed, you went about and did your fucking shit. My mom sent me to school sick so many days,
right?
Where I remember, like, when I was
That's
in
how
third
it was
grade,
back then.
I got all attendance because I never missed a day of school. My mom was sending me to school. If I wasn't like throwing up and dying, we were going to school. And you know what was good about that? Was you were spreading that sickness to other kids that were building immunity.
Yeah.
And their immunities were being built. Now we're all so scared of getting sick.
Sharing is caring.
That now our immunities are getting fucking lower, are getting not as strong.
I can see that.
And they're not picking up as much sicknesses. So as soon as you do get sick, it's fucking you up even 10 times more.
I can see that.
Like, go out and get sick. Have some germs.
Brother, preach on.
Yeah.
That's true. You're very right. That's why.
Then again, I hate
don't get no
getting
vaccinations. You fine, baby. You don't need no extra COVID.
Then again, I hate getting sick. I don't like being sick. Usually, I'm over an illness in like a day, maybe 2 at the longest.
My body kicks it really good.
I've been fighting this, whatever. I guess it's a cold. It's a head cold. But I've been fighting it for a week, going on a week now. And
You gotta
that's
sweat it out,
not
brother.
typical for me.
Sweat it out.
I've been sweating, but maybe I need to sweat more.
You need to sweat it out, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get a good old cardio workout in.
Yeah.
Sweat it out.
Yeah, sauna is where it's at, honestly. I've thought about buying a sauna because they're not even too expensive, not as much as you think. Have you seen Costco sells a sauna?
Yeah.
It's a 2-person sauna, I want to say, but it'd be nice to have. Especially
Yeah.
now it's cold.
You see that a lot of scientists and researchers are coming back with negative info on the cold plunge and the ice baths that people are doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They sell a cold plunge at Costco as well.
And everyone's doing it, and it's like this big
What are they saying?
phenomenon. I think that they're saying that it's not as great for...
It does the adverse effects.
No, it's not doing adverse stuff, but it's just not
as good.
It's not as good for... not regenerative, but like recovery. It's not because people use it for recovery, right? After a workout, you go in and it helps your body, your blood flow. So blood flow to the muscles helps rejuvenate.
I think
and
people do it
recover
sometimes
muscles
first thing in the morning as well, right?
to get the blood flowing, and it helps
Shocks the body.
getting the muscles going. And
Yeah.
it's also for recovery. It's a big recovery thing. Like
Yeah.
football players have done it for years,
For
right?
sure.
You always see football players in ice baths.
Yeah.
It's a big
Wasn't
thing.
there an
where
Iceman? Dean
probably.
Malenko, I think his name
Yeah,
was.
Dean Malenko, the Iceman.
Didn't he invent
Yeah.
the cold plunge?
Yeah. I don't know. Did he?
That's
I
the rumors.
I seen that scientists are saying that
That's
it's
the
not
rumor.
as good for
Okay.
you as previously
I've always
reported.
wanted to do a cold plunge. I'm too,
You're scared?
I'm a
Scaredy
weenie.
boy?
I don't like cold showers.
You don't like your weenie in the cold?
I'm not a
You
psychotic.
like a cold
That thing
weenie?
sucks up into the belly button.
You don't
when
like
that
a cold
happens.
weenie?
You know what I like?
You don't like your webbles in the ice?
What do you think of the
Rebels or werewolves?
Your webbles in the ice.
Your webbles?
Your webbles.
What do you-
376-1739. Call us and tell us how you feel about your webbles in the ice.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
There you go.
When are we gonna get a fucking caller?
We never get one. If you're going to
Well,
call in, be a
you know,
thug.
we gotta
Don't
do
be a pussy. Give
we
us a
gotta
real
do
caller.
We got to do a giveaway or some sort, and then
Oh,
they
we
call
need
in.
to post
and
it on
let's do
Instagram.
Let's do a little contest.
I posted on Instagram
right?
today.
We do a little
You did?
contest.
Yeah, I tagged Milkcrates Microphones. Said call us 209-376-1739.
Okay, don't be
Shoot the
shy.
shit.
Don't
You can
be
just
shy.
call us. It's fun.
Call in, shoot the shit. We want to get your take on some new albums and music that
Or
has
tell-
been dropped.
Tell us about a hip hop show
Or
you've
just-
been to. Tell us about a show you've been
Or
to.
if you want to talk some shit,
Yeah.
go ahead and talk some shit.
Come on, tell us about what we're not doing right.
What do you think of La Russell's 2 p.m. shows? Almost all of his shows, I've noticed, 2 p.m.
You know why?
Well, he says he wants to get home to his family.
Easy day.
But he has the whole day. He has the whole day after, right?
Day.
What do you think about
man.
you know what's funny? As I get older, now I'm going to be 39. A show when you get.
we're gonna be 38. No, we're gonna be 39.
I'm 38. You 39. You old as shit.
Look, I love shows, but when you get there at 8 and the opener hasn't got on yet, then the headliner's on at like 10:30. It's hard for me to sit there and stand. I'm becoming old, and so a 2 p.m. show. I think I like that idea.
You're pretty
Just say it's hard for you to stand.
How old are you? Like
Hey, what was my favorite part of last week? Was my man was saying that he's the man that loses his sneeze, and now my motherfuckers can't stand up.
Can't even stand no more. Who is
You are
this,
falling
man?
apart, my
You
friend.
are faulty.
I love a
Chasing
good hip-hop
sneeze and
shows.
can't stand up.
I love a good hip hop show, but the ones I typically go to, there's no seats. You're
Just
standing
fucking
up.
call us. If you're out there and you're with us, call us. We'll bullshit with you. Tell us if you got hurt knees too. We're down to take a call. Anybody out there, 209-376-1739. Once again, that's 209-376-1739.
And another thing about La Russell, he's hitting all of the cities that he says that shows typically skip, which is fucking dope, bro.
Yeah,
hitting Davis and Brentwood or
X-Rack Pro.
X-Rack Pro.
Yeah, I mean just Stockton. He hit Stockton.
Where'd he do at Stockton? Where'd he go?
I'm not sure where he went.
Should we do a prank call?
But
no prank call. No,
I'm just saying. You got a beat. Throw a beat on. Let's get a beat on.
We're gonna do
La
two beats real quick.
Russell's
Let's do quick
keeping
2
it
beats.
real.
2 beats.
He's keeping it real with a 2 p.m.
Where did he go at
shows.
Stockton?
Yeah, this is recent, man.
But where?
I asked if you guys wanted to go.
La
Russell.
Russell.
Scared.
Jazz the lights.
Yeah.
Another night without the night lights, and I'm doing this kind of different. Everybody wants a light fight, but this ain't Fight Club, ain't no Tyler Durden. I do this for certain, and everybody else thinks they just might be jerking. This ain't no beat off. No need for double turntables. Everybody else goes soft, and we go hard against the world, and they go hard against the pavement. Things that I've been walking on, and everybody says thanks. I put my hands up and I say goodbye. So when I grab this microphone, everybody else gets a piece of the pie, but not me unless it's tiramisu. The motherfucker thinks he's good but won't shoot. Pulls out 2 Glocks and a 976. When I do what I have to do on this microphone, I spits. Grab a pen and a pad. There's no writing. I'm only sketching and drawing. Your mother looks nice in.
Your mother looks nice in that nice night, and she's wearing that fit. I pull up to the show like a hockey kid, cause I'm pulling out the sticks.
Woo!
Shit, we ain't really been about that business, but I stand on my business, 10 toes down. What isn't the difference? You distance away, I sit in this position just so I can spit some shit and say you ain't like us. You ain't cut from the same cloth. You ain't the person that I thought you were, so please don't talk. You're lost, I turn it off, and then I make sure that you know exactly why the fuck you so soft. Yeah, you never gonna be on our level, but that's just me. I'm hot like I'm rocking with the devil. Settle down, yeah, you wanna rock even if your DJ was Barney Rebel. So now that's the sound I've been making ever since I was a youngster. When I was younger, I grew up in a dumpster. Fuck it, Mr. Wonder done his thing though. I've been spitting my shit ever since you got that ring hoe through that Mr. Mouth of the clown. I'm stuck in the underground trying to figure out really what is it about, but you don't understand those verbs and nouns.
Shout out to Afro. Shout out to MTV Raps. Yo, this is how hard I can really go. A little milk, I mix it with the mics, flowing from the day all the way throughout the night. I keep it tight like my skinny jeans. Yeah, call me Mean Gene Okerlund, I'm a true fiend. This is how I'm getting down, so profound. Keep it underground with a new sound. Boogie Down Productions. I like that old school shit. This is me, JS3. You know how I get down. I spit so legit, like B. 1, 2, 3, kid, motherfucker. I just did it.
It's cameras, light action, in that order. What I'm doing's different now. Don't get debordered. Now get down and get disorders that I'm stinking. People think they're good, but on this microphone they stinking. Not even coming close to putting up the foul. So when I got this microphone, everybody knows I'm down like an owl in the nighttime. I continue watching. People think they're good now, but they just squashing this beef that they think they understood. I know what's going on, but always in the wrong hood. 209-376-1739.
That's the right hood.
Call us up and tell us what's on your mind.
Tell us.
More safer than Sesame Street.
Yo, we doing dirty piano tonight.
Get 'em.
And when I talk about a dirty piano, I'm talking about that lounge, that dirty casino lounge. You know, it's 3 in the morning and you walk in and hear that sound.
No pedos hanging out there.
I got a lot of left in my drink cup. I'ma tip it to the left and see what's up. Yeah, I see that music and it's playing nice. I see somebody's fingers on the keys and it's feeling so right. Yeah, I feel it. Do you really feel it? Killing me. I'm die hard like Bruce Willis. Steal it. Then I seal it with a fuck you. You don't know about the loops that I jump through. I know what it's not. I do what I can to keep my heart tied up in knots. I thought that you thought the same way, but we stuck inside of the brain. The mixtape isn't the same weight. Do we understand what the waves we've been crashing? I know what the fuck it hasn't been. The has-beens are stuck inside of hazmat suits, knowing what to do. I'm looking at you. The truth is, we ain't really understand each other. That's why we jumping over lines, trying to make cover, trying to make do without trying to understand what it is. It's got us stuck up in the upper deck. Yeah, I catch my breath. I sit down and I mix raps on a step. The stool, that's the stew. Fuck you if you don't know about what we do.
I keep the record spinning. I'm like Stone Cold's first match. You know I ain't winning. Woo! On the canvas, yeah. A jobber. This is me. I get down, I love to slobber. On the mic only though. I'm not getting down like a sick pedo. I'm not like that, I ain't sick. But Sage is sick, I'm getting down. Shout out to MC Wicks. UFOs in Fresno, shit's scary. Shout out RIP to Larry. You know I like to keep it real on the mic. I'm representing cause I'm just like that. JS3, Uncle Siggo, Sig Justice, never wearing a wig, yo. I keep it real, I ain't balding yet. So legit, man, I get the panties wet.
Panties wet, ballin' on the court, Spalding on the basketball. I don't care if you're short or tall, you ain't playing here. You ain't got skills enough to go ahead and go around the rear. Whoa, unless you're wearing some weird shit. I don't know what's going on, but people say Cletus is here for a couple of rhymes, a couple of goats. I don't know what's going on. This mic say Los. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm losing myself. Just turn the beat up and go ahead and stand on the shelf. Get ready to be cooked up. I got the stove beaming. Motherfuckers think they're good, but not like Willie beaming. But I keep the ladies screaming. Willie beaming. Willie. Is that the last one?
Willie beaming. Wait, one more.
Free.
Oh, he's got one more. He's got one more. He's got one more cooker. He's got one more cooker in him.
Freaky Friday is a great movie with Vince Vaughn.
No, that's a horrible movie.
Got another
Maybe
cooker.
Just called Friday.
My favorite Vince Vaughn movie. My favorite Vin Diesel movie is Triple X.
You're silly.
The Pacifier.
Fast and the Furious.
Come on now.
Come on.
Is it a Christmas song? Is it a Christmas song?
Yo, how you gonna disrespect
It's a Christmas song.
Dom Toretto.
That's Vince
How you
Camarilla.
gonna disrespect Dom Toretto?
Yo. First gear.
Yo. Time out. First gear.
Christmas.
That was freestyle Friday. All right, let's get right into song picks of the motherfucking week.
Song picks, or you might make me sick.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
We gotta make this fast,
All
everybody.
right,
Let's
all
get
right.
the song picks.
What
in.
happened? You need a charger? Get
the song picks in. Let's go.
Give me off of Afro's brand new album, Lost Souls. Great track. Just dropped October 31st, Halloween. Less than 3 months old. Stu Bangas, Afro on the lyrics. This is Lost Souls. He thought he was wrong.
Tell him.
He knew he was wrong. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
The deep in his heart. Here we go. Stu Bangas on the beat.
I'm in a world full of lost souls. Spirits of wickedness, evil men be around the globe. Like it's murder and mayhem. Word to the slain men, bringing the plagues in. And the verdict, you have to face him. Soon will come the day where you have to answer for your sin. While I rejuvenate my moves, I'll be dancing in the wind. The sweet silence of ambience, deep knowledge, the nastiest. Street scholars and champions. Peeps ought to know what man he is. And it can be cassette CD, it be like obvious heat. The only hotter thing, imagine Prodigy on this beat. R.I.P. I can be like Mobb Deep with the grimy shit. Sometimes I feel like my mood it be on some try me shit. Niggas on that slimy shit, need not to be reminding with heat hot who we be violent with. GPS you can't find me with the inscription and tell. Maybe your vision has failed. Lately I've been feeling like I've been locked in a prison cell. Break out like I'm Tim Robbins. Stake out what I've been plotting. Break limbs and them bones popping. Take wins and it don't stop it. And through the dark comes light. Through the hardship we all must elope. In this rough land called life, the tough man stands full force. In a tough jam you'll find no love inside of his heart. Like a cold corpse in a cold world I might kill, monger it and honor it. Damn it, the planet, we got lost souls wandering.
Always on point, man. He knew he was wrong. Deep in his heart, he knew he was wrong.
Six song pick. Six song pick is a lost soul.
Stu Bangas
Afro,
production.
Afro, Bring Your Best Army off the new album Myself. That's the one that's been on repeat for me. Bring Your Best Army.
Yeah, so dope. I mean, again, this album's good from top to bottom. It's an easy listen too. There's no skippers for me. You know, it's just you don't have to think about it too much.
But there's no skippers.
Yeah, there's definitely favorites that stick out to me, but no skippers. 10 tracks deep. And a part 2, from what I understand, is coming, or at least in the works. And I can't wait for that because they're a good collab.
All right, here we go. Bring Your Best Army.
Sure that I'm in the clear when sit back ring your
Afro, Stu Bangas, Bring Your Best Army.
Thermometers, hold your own, I'm a problem. And on with the words is out again. On the disperse accomplices, define with the force that unravel from the oculus. The wide open door that can travel to the ominous. So run away, the chump change, pump breaks when I compose the mundane. I radiate like unstable isotopes, unbreakable, the batter, the punish, the fill. Play with my food like a rabbit that be running on the wheel. Able to consume the fava beans, a nice Chianti. Say hello to the fro that breathing lava, be with the higher heartbeat. He get enticed by a body, study autopsy, deep bite like shark teeth. I write like Darren Aronofsky. Sorry, not sorry, I saw me when you meet your demise. Like a money hungry harlot harbor with the greenest eyes. Navigate the end game, bleed the rest promptly. Activate the pen play, bring your best army. Bring your best
Hell yeah.
best army.
Woo!
Bring your best army. Sure that I'm in the clear when sit back.
Stu Bangers, Afro, Bring Your Best Army.
The disrespect is in the air.
I only got half the first.
The disrespect's in the air. How much time you got over there? What's the number?
We got 2%.
All right, get next song. Hurry, quick, 2%. Get this out. We gotta close it. We gotta close it. Yeah, you gotta close it. You gotta close it. Go ahead.
Go cop the album.
Go cop the album.
Please cop the album.
This song is one of the best songs on there.
Bad and the Ugly.
We're gonna do a quickie real quick.
What do you got? What do you got?
We're gonna do the opening track off of there. We're gonna do Hip Hop Tournament.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it.
Your shit's gonna die. You better hurry.
Nah, we good. I
would always. Can you plug this in if I give you the charger?
We talked about it. No, you can't. We talked about this song earlier. This song, Hip Hop Tournament. He said he listed his 50 favorite artists on here. Check it out. Afro, Stu Bangas, Hip Hop Tournament.
The Professor X of ripping beats, bro. Booking a hip hop tournament. I would love to do that. You know?
I had a vision, I was the Professor X of ripping beats, leading a squad of the world's most deadliest MCs. A fro man army I put together to conquer any battle a fellow regular rapper could not handle. Rock him and KRS in a tag team match. I ref the Big Daddy Kane battle with Cool G Rap. Red and Meth versus EPMD, or even Biz Markie versus ODB. RZA versus Jizza, Corrupt and Daz go against Lil Fame and Billy Dan's. Add an Onyx and it'll be Annie versus Slam. But I can't forget me MC Light versus Queen Latifah, or behind
Muhammadia battling the Lady of Rage. Straight outcast, maybe Andre versus Big Boy. Anyone that battle Black Thought is getting destroyed. Was that it? You might wonder. But imagine a battle with Madlib and Ninth Wonder.
So that's just a little taste. Go check out the album,
bro.
I don't want you guys to hear it all here first. You need to go listen to the entire fucking album.
Very slick.
I
want
want
to keep
some
your
of those
2%,
matches.
baby.
I want some of those matches. I want Jizza versus RZA. I want, I want Rakim and KRS in a tag team match. I want Andre versus Big Boy. I mean, I want to see these matchups. Let's see them. Let's bring these to reality. They got verses, but it's not living up to that type of
1,000%.
hype, you know what
But
I'm saying?
I'll tell you right now, like, the fact that you can get all those, if you can get all those people, because some people are gone, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't get all the greatest hip hop personalities together, but if you could get them all together for one great battle, that would be one of the greatest content creating situations of all time, for sure. Thank you so much for everybody that's joined us tonight. Once again, thank you to our guest, Afro. All flows reach out. Reach out to Afro. Go check out his music. You can find it everywhere. Bandcamp. Go check him out on YouTube. He's doing movie reviews. He's doing everything. One of the brightest or one of the most influential young souls in hip hop, in art, in creative.
He sounds like he sounds like he's been in the game for 20, 30, 20 plus years.
Oh yeah.
The man has a voice that's so deep in the soul that you want to look deep into his catalog. So
go check it out.
If you don't know what the fuck is going on, you might be sleeping, but God didn't create this shit, we did, and we're going to continue to create this shit every other week, and we appreciate you guys for rocking with us. This is Milkcrates and Microphones, and this is nonsense, and we ain't fucking around.
Hell yeah. Go check us out on all the podcast apps. If you're listening to some podcast apps, go check us out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us how much you love us, how much you hate us, but don't tell us how much you hate the guy to the left of us. He is the one and the only Mr. Siggo, Uncle Siggo.
JS3, baby. Yo, Milk people, thank you for riding. Thank you for rolling with us. Keep riding, because, hey, we keeping it live in 2025.
Woo! Yeah, keeping it alive in 25. You know, we had a lot more in store for 2024. The life is just getting so much more brighter in 2025. I swear to God. Hey, stick with us. We got a lot of great guests coming for this year. A lot of good stuff planned for this year. A lot of good content for YouTube and the podcast world. Thank you so much for joining us, all the Milk people. We love you. Thanks once again to Afro. And as always, do not kill yourself, America.